Wow, I can type it all. And
Mtao Outlaw.
there we
Welcome to my channel. Mtao Outlaw said, "What up?"
go. I'll jump up in the Discord. I gotta do my intro shit. Ah, what the fuck?
Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. My no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there.
But you can after 3 days. That's the only catch. Only after 3 days. 'Cause I'm a trad thought. What is up, everybody? It's Chaos3728, and I'm back again with more adventures of a quest whore. Grinding through campaign and fuck, I fucked up the title. Oh, fucking well. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Shout out to those that are still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated. And thank you to those that just recently subscribed. I hope you stick around for the long run. Do variety video game content as well as variety talk about whatever the fuck comes up. So, we are not a place for sensitive people here. So, if you got a soft shell, it'd probably be best if you unsubscribe. No, stay subscribed. Just don't come back. Because I need the support. Well, I need the subscribers, that is. But, yeah, fix to join up with Hemi and the others in Discord. If anybody else would like to join up, we are in the World of Warcraft Discord channel in the House of Chaos. Hope to see you there. I see Doug and Outlaw and Hemi. Gonna join up. Yeah.
Telling me the exact same story.
Wow. I need to
And
turn it down a little
they
bit.
keep telling me I don't like nice men. I want a bad boy. They want a bad boy.
They want a
Yeah.
good guy and a bad guy all wrapped up into one.
Okay.
They want a bad guy to treat them like the good guys do. That's what they want.
They have seen enough people in their lives, Doug. There's been several generations of people seeing other people who have gotten away with it for so long. There's no consequences, no responsibility. So naturally, they have become entitled to it. They think that this is the way it's supposed to be because there's no consequences.
Well, it doesn't help that you have femtard magazines like Cosmo and Vogue out there pushing what the ideal man is supposed to be and all that stupid bullshit.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, who the fuck are women to dictate what the fuck being a man is anyways? They ain't men. How dare they? How dare they tell us how to be something they're not?
I do know this. We are physically stronger.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the most most
Yeah.
part, yes, we are. There, granted, yes, there are going to be some
Exception.
outliers that
Welcome to my
are
channel.
stronger than us.
Crystal
But
Kitten
in general,
said,
most of us could beat
Hi.
the shit out of any woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
I had one tonight come in and throw her hypergamy around. So I'm stacking this bacon. The bacon's not light, but I'm
Crystal
stacking it and
Kitten
I'm
Hypergamy.
sliding it down
said,
this little
Hi, Outlaw.
conveyor. But they send one
Riggs
of the
Jr.
females
Welcome
over
to my
there, and
channel.
she
Riggs
pushes her
Jr.
way in, and she
said,
proceeds to start, giving all of us dudes orders on how we should be doing this job. So I basically just dominated the line, and me and the other men, and she just struggled to keep up.
Yeah, I'm the type.
Struggled to keep
Don't
up.
don't tell me how to do my
Tao
job.
Outlaw said,
I know how
Hi,
to do
Cat
my
Paw
job better
Prince.
than you. Fuck the fuck off.
And then, like 10 minutes later, I didn't say a word to this chick. We're gonna go have a 10-minute break, and one of the fellas walks up to me and says, "Hey, what'd you do? You pissed her off."
Oh shit.
I don't know what I did. I fucking
Just
outworked your ass.
existing. Yeah, you make them look bad in front of others, they will.
Yeah,
React
you can't
accordingly.
keep up with me, chick. I'm not saying you don't have any value, but you can't keep up with me on this.
No.
I will smoke you.
Riggs
Don't even
Jr.
try to go
God.
there with
said,
Oh my god.
Run Outlaw, that dragon is gonna shoot fire up your no square.
Well, that's the thing about this affirmative action. They don't play to people's strengths and what they're good at in a job and what they're weak at in a job.
Ah
It's all
shit.
about
Ah.
the bottom number.
Mm-hmm.
Putting these people in these jobs just because of a certain skin color or genitalia,
Pooping while standing.
and you wind up with all
Welcome
of these
to my
job
channel.
accidents and stuff
Pooping
like
while
that. And then they
standing.
Yeah.
wonder, well, what
Said,
happened?
What?
I'm more
Yeah. Oh, it's
And
hilarious.
all that shit just stems from them just
Rest.
saying we're the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
But by doing that, they've literally devalued what makes men and women special and unique and
Yep.
different.
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not going to discriminate on them just because they're chicks. Like,
Yeah.
might be a girl out there that knows how to replace.
Pooping while standing.
No, it's not attractive
Said,
to me.
Definitely
I don't
not what I
really
was
wanna take
anticipating.
my car to a shop
Not that kind of
where
horror
a
pooping.
chick is doing
Riggs
the work.
Jr.
But that
said,
might,
Watching this,
LOL pooping.
is that
Yeah.
sexist of me, or am I wrong in there? Okay.
No.
why can't this black woman fix my engine? I thought she was a mechanic.
I thought men and women were the same. I thought women could do anything a man could do, but better, and even in high heels.
Yeah. Now, if
But
my
yeah.
car gets fixed, then great. Then really, I got no problem.
Here's a brain buster for you. Can a woman do better than a trans man in heels?
I mean, from what I've seen, the trannies have been making women look bad.
If she can do anything a man can do better, can she do it as man? That's a woman
At least
in their
men are the better woman.
Yeah, they're women in their eyes.
Yeah.
I just wish they wanted to do their role. I wish they would, as The Rock says,
Yeah.
know your role.
That's the thing.
And shut your
Feminism
mouth.
come in and basically say, anything a man likes, we need to do the opposite. And
Well,
that's all they've been doing this whole goddamn time.
Because it's
Oh,
not
men like
possible
long
for
hair.
them.
Men like long hair. Let's just shave it all off. Oh, men like natural beauty.
Yup.
Let's dye it purple and pink.
You're right, Chaos.
They have been
Men like
taught-
soft-spoken and feminine and fit. Let's
Crystal
get
Cannon
fat, loud, and
said,
obnoxious like
I'm women and
Turkmen.
I agree with you guys,
They
LOL.
have been
Riggs
taught
Jr.
to hate
No, no, I
Said,
could be like.
I've seen chicks get
wanna
mixed
talk
up in
about,
drag.
you want to talk about
see they pulled it off
internalized
better.
misogyny. I see more women walking around with internalized misogyny, like the absolute disgust and hatred of their own feminine nature. That it hurts my heart to see them trying so hard to be like the men that the feminists from the 40s, 50s, and 60s were bitching about.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
It's
ask
like
you guys
they-
a hypothetical.
Okay.
If you were to take, if let's just say in that you took every job away from a woman today in our country and gave every position to men, would it improve
Primo
or
Living BC.
would we recognize
Welcome to
it
my
or
channel.
even notice?
It would
Primo
improve.
Living BC
Okay.
said,
I think
What's
in
up,
general,
gentlemen?
over everywhere.
If
Women
overall,
should not vote,
JR
not
said,
working, being only
these
stay-at-home
broads are
moms.
so masculine now you
I
are
think in
borderline
a
homo to
few
mess
years,
with them.
in a few years, I think
Riggs
we
JR
should be like
said,
start colonizing.
Primo 07
Okay.
yep, we're eventually gonna have to do what the forefathers did before us.
Indeed.
Find a new,
They did a lot of things.
well, I'm talking about escaping a tyrannical government and, you know,
Are you
religious
saying,
persecution and all
I
that
like their
good
charred and
stuff.
feather approach. I thought that was pretty.
I'm more partial to the Saddam Hussein treatment.
Is that
Are you
pooping while standing?
Castration?
Primo
No,
Living BC.
strung up from the gallows, sir.
I avoid these
Are you,
abrasive
Doug, are you
females
talking
like
about,
they're
the jobs of
radioactive.
construction and garbage pickup?
Primo Living BC
I mean,
said,
yeah, all the way down
What's up,
to
Riggs?
like.
Crystal
What's up,
Kid in-
Primo? How you doing, brother?
Said,
No,
Some of the
it would
women
not
nowadays
improve.
needs a good knock
They
upside
would
the head.
have
Yes, they do. Crystal, they very much do need a good knock upside the head. But
No, I meant
you
how
can't
all, like,
because they're a protected class. But yet
I mean,
they're
yeah.
equals to us, but yet they're a protected class. That makes so much sense, doesn't it, fellas? You know, I'm strong and independent, but I got all these safety
Riggs
nets. That's the
JR
only reason they say that shit.
said,
Because they got all those social safety
Allegedly
nets.
Crystal Kitten allegedly
I'll
LOL.
just give you guys just a little small example here of the post office I'm currently dealing with in Sioux City. I've been here for a little over a month now. When I go there, it's all women working, and they still can't figure out how to get my change of address so I can start getting mail.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's like-
I would assume if that whole department was ran by men, that it would run better.
Well, I mean, look at the military before they brought in women. It was a well-oiled machine. It did what it was supposed to do. It went in, killed what it needed to kill,
Primo
and got
Living
the fuck
BC
out. But
said,
now, I mean,
I'm strong
we
and
literally
independent,
had to lower
but
the
it's your duty
bar
to
so
provide.
women could partake.
rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, exactly, Primo.
No.
They only want equality out in the social sphere, but in the household, the man is expected to adhere to his traditional role, and that in itself is not equality.
Rules for you, not for me.
That sounds like indentured servitude almost.
Doug, my local grocery store is made up of all
Riggs
women,
JR
too,
said,
and half of them
Doug,
can't
that's a
count
solid
change
example
worth
of it's not
crap.
who ya know, it's who you blow.
And they're all like in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, literally.
Well, Kamala
I
Harris
come
is a
in
prime
with like
example
extra
of who you
change just
blow.
to fuck. Just as literally
you
like
hand
you
them-
are an automaton.
You
Like,
hand these
if-
women a $20 bill and say it costs $19.58, their brains will explode.
Oh yeah. Or if you give them here's 2008. Give me
Yeah.
Really?
give me 2 quarters back.
The woman
Fucking
at
dumb.
my work, where I work, and the cashiers, they are fast as fuck. We say, how much change? Done.
Are you in Turkey?
Primo Living BC said, women are allowed to be
Same thing with
21st
my
century
local
feminists,
McDonald's.
but men
All
are
females
expected to
that
be
take the
1900s
orders, does
gentlemen.
the cash register.
It's impossible.
Half of them don't know what
Douglas
it is. They
Edwards.
don't want to be there.
Welcome to my channel.
That's
Douglas
why
Edwards
I don't take them
said,
seriously.
Exactly, Riggs JR.
And I'm going to
Honestly?
continue to say, as long as feminism exists, I wholeheartedly, in my best interest,
Douglas
not
Edwards
believe them at all, not take them seriously
said,
at all.
At
We
Primo
want
Living
15
BC,
an
good to see
hour,
you,
but
my
we don't
Pantera
want
loving friend.
cheese.
Like,
A cheeseburger, by the way, that's on a timer.
Primo Living BC said, "What's
Hey,
up,
the
Doug,
Space
brother?"
Boss thing was cool last night. Thank you, Chaos.
Not a problem at all, man. It's fun. Figure
8 balls.
Saturdays or Sundays would probably be the best day to do the movies.
Probably so.
Because most of us will be off, especially Saturday.
Yeah, I heard you guys had fun.
I got some Girl Scout cookies here.
Indy's old ass couldn't hang out.
Nah, I work nights and gotta get up and do the adulting shit.
I mean, I had to
Oh.
get up and do adulting shit too.
Don't worry, Indy, I didn't stay either.
I
Riggs
made it
JR.
through.
Father
Said,
Saunders ended up passing out.
Spaceballs.
I ended
LOL,
up
may the
being
Schwartz
up
be
for
with you.
Actually, an hour after that, Chaos. I couldn't go
Oh
to sleep.
god damn! Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
hit the bed and I was out like a fat kid playing dodgeball, dude.
Mm.
Like I was done.
I was awake. I was like, damn.
Primo Living
Why can't I
BC
sleep?
said,
And then, about an hour
"At Doug
later, I
Edwards,
knocked out.
Godsmack is my
Got
favorite
up about
actually, but I do love
10:30 and
Pantera.
Had a phone
Good to
call
see
and
you
then
too, man."
got another hour of sleep and went to work.
Riggs JR.
I love
Said,
sleep.
"I barely stayed awake for that. I was
Yeah.
out immediately as well."
I
Especially if you're
struggled. I
alone.
struggled staying awake through it, but I got it. Oh god damn!
Yeah, the movie nights for me is just whenever I can get in here.
That's why I figured we'd just do a double feature. That
Riggs
way
JR.
everybody gets
said,
a movie.
"Only Pantera I know is made by Dave Damaso."
Yeah,
Bride
that's
of
Space-
Young Frankenstein is my pick.
Heck yeah, that's a good one.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Is that
Blazing Saddles?
is that pooping while standing in here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, nice to see you, man.
Good to see you, Doug.
Harry Coon,
You love.
God
big,
bless you as well. sir.
Curly, and you Harry Coon, you. Yes.
The hairiest king of them all.
Wait a second. I thought I heard somebody talking in a gay voice. Who let Polska in here?
Riggs JR.
Oh,
said,
Who let
"Italian car with Ford
Damn.
You
power."
didn't hear
Yeah.
the Bob and LaFonda or a thing now? You didn't hear that?
I did not.
Wait! I thought Bob and
Riggs
and
JR.
Hemi had a thing going.
Said,
I
"Harry
thought they
with
had
LOL,
one.
what's
I
up?
thought
Primo
I
Living
thought Hemi
BC.
and Polska had a
Said,
tryst going.
Pooping what's up, man?"
Bob loved Hemi's like big long carrot, like his bulbous appendage, and well, it's just let's say that. Oh, hello, good girl. Yes, you are. My dog. This is my dog, Rabies.
Polska? Is this true, Polska?
Polska's not in here.
Polka, it's whoever you want, big boy.
Polska be whoever you want him
Riggs
to be for the
JR.
night.
Said,
Polska
"Pause
bad.
off my carrot, LOL."
Give me my labutts.
$20 in a case is $20 in a case.
That's right.
Oh, Polska, Ape, Mitchell, me, somebody else was over in Ike's stream, and that was 15-20 minutes ago, so I figured they'd be over here.
What
I
is
was over there a
Ike's?
while ago.
What is Ike's stream? What is his,
I think he
line?
started doing like a forging thing.
Yeah, blacksmithing.
And then every now and then he'll play this game called Maneater, which is a shark game.
Yeah.
You remember War of the Monsters? I think it's War of the Monsters. It is a video game. So it's basically you play a monster and you got to destroy a city. The objective is to get get a set amount of points in order to complete the game. In order to complete it, and you do that by destroying buildings and eating humans and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. Except you're
Primo
a
Living
shark
BC.
and you're swimming around
Said,
just devouring
"At
everything.
Riggs, I had an '85 Mustang Cobra. That had some juice.
Commander Aeronog has survived.
Oh, that's a good
Gather
car,
any
Primo.
supplies you can find. We will need all the help we can get.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, so have you looked into Star Citizen yet?
I do plan on getting it eventually.
Do it.
It's just a matter of the funds. Oh God. Oh, I guess it'd help if I was casting shit. Where's Hemi at? I haven't heard him. Is he already checked out for the night?
It's like Chris.
Riggs Jr. said, I had a stang in a party
Yeah, he's
dress.
still in here, I think.
2 Lincoln
He
Town
is in
cars
here.
186 and 187 both with the 5.0.
I don't know if you guys like Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, but I watched one called Stir Crazy.
Oh,
I
great
remember
movie.
that
Yes.
movie.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
And Doug,
What?
the jerk. Have you watched that?
Oh,
or
Steve
at least
Martin.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I watched one with him the other day I'd never seen before, and damn it to hell, I can't think of it what it's called now. Steve
Crystal
Martin and this
Kid in.
other fella.
Said,
And
those
it's,
two ate awesome and hilarious
damn it,
movie
I know
LOL.
It's
Crystal Kid in.
can't think of it. He
Said,
plays like
R asterisk.
trying to trick this woman
Primo
for,
Living
for
BC.
cash.
Said,
Oh, Dirty Rotten
Riggs
Scoundrels.
nice.
Yes,
The
yes.
Taurus
Oh,
SHO
it
was
awesome.
fast too.
With who's the other guy? The older old man.
I know he plays in The Dark Knight. I think that's Alfred from The Dark Knight.
Yes.
I can't tell you his name to save my life.
It's not Gregory Peck.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels was really funny.
And The Birdcage.
I have not seen that one.
The Birdcage. It's fucked up. I mean, you know, that was done back with early '90s or whatever.
Hotel Outlaw.
Way
said,
avant-garde, but funny as fuck.
2003
And the other
Cobra
one,
I want
The
so bad.
Truman Show.
Primo Living
Yes, I have
BC.
seen that.
Said,
And
I like the movie The
you know,
Stoned
and
Age.
when
Tack you fun gawk.
Age.
Rolling on the floor
Paul
laughing.
Elam, when he was still on YouTube, he did a great breakdown of American Beauty. Fortunately, it got demonetized
Riggs
or
Jr.
canceled or whatever.
Said,
Yeah.
Dude,
The
that
Taurus
that
had a
guy
Yamaha
broke
developed
down
V8.
Lester.
I want a Shogun
What's his last
Festiva.
name? Lester.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Yeah,
Great
yes.
fucking flick, man. So
was
many different
awesome.
layers. Which Doug, let's see. Not Usual Suspects. That was 98.
Oh, yeah,
95.
that's-
You had Fight Club. You had American Beauty. You had
Riggs
The
Jr.
Matrix.
Said,
All fucking
V6
great
sorry I think the
films.
Jelly Bean Taurus got the
98
8.
was Usual Suspects.
Primo
What
Living
about Blazing
BC.
Saddles?
Said,
Oh
At
yeah,
Outlaw,
that
I like the
movie-
newer
That
Mustangs.
was done what in '81, I think.
Another Mel Brooks.
Might
Yes.
have been. I can't remember.
A movie that could never be done today. Never.
Oh,
No, it couldn't. No, they couldn't come close to it.
no.
Richard Pryor probably wouldn't be allowed to do comedy today.
Oh hell no.
Because he was so awesome that he would trash on everyone. And it was hilarious.
Riggs
Sam
Jr.
Kinison would be considered an
said,
anti-Semite, even though he
I
was
had a
Jewish as fuck.
2003 Town Car
Yeah.
aka the
so
P71 Vic
would
in a
Don
party
Rickles.
dress.
No,
Yeah.
what have I
Primo
done?
Living BC.
They would crucify
Said,
that guy.
At Riggs the Festiva ha ha ha.
You want to see some raunchy comedy that wouldn't get put on now? Go to Dean Martin.
A celebrity roast.
Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And you had
yeah.
people roasting Sammy Davis Jr., Nipsey Russell.
Oh
and these
yeah,
guys were
them
black, and
them
they were telling
roasts.
racial jokes.
Dude, them
Yeah.
roasts, they get very, like, they're always going for the jugular.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Riggs
Talk
Jr.
about Pollock.
said,
Talk about all of them.
Yeah,
https
it's awesome. And nobody got all in their
youtube.be/3xr9
feelings over it.
sochu16c.
No.
I used to love
Riggs
George
Jr.
Carlin, and
said,
he makes fun of my
Primo the
entire
Festiva.
belief system. I think it's great. I can take it,
Oh man.
and it's funny, and it makes you think.
Yeah, he was a great one.
But Norm Macdonald.
Oh, love
too.
Yeah, he
Norm
good
was,
too.
dude. He was, and the guy from News Radio, Phil Hartman. Fuck,
Oh yeah.
great, great. I was going through all the list of men that have been killed by their ex-wives or they self-deleted, and I was like Anthony Bourdain, and my ex-girlfriend at the time, she's like, he had like a bunch of like issues with drugs and childhood trauma and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, that Argento, whatever that twant's name was, no,
Mtau Outlaw
I mean Robin
said,
Williams.
the Mercury Marauder love you gesture.
Who's
Yeah,
the
brilliant people.
Power Ranger dude that just killed himself?
Oh, yeah.
Jason David Frank, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys can't make it past that, and I always hope that they will. But yeah, it's unfortunate that a lot of guys can't. They can't see past that
Riggs Jr.
experience.
said, the
Now, I
2003
never
Marauder
did
was
really
whoa
hear the
baby.
full story. What actually did happen to him?
I'm not sure exactly.
I just heard because of the relationship with his woman,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he said enough of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
But
kind of
still,
on
how
his
many seasons
decline.
he was in?
Oh,
My God.
He was a ranger in different way. He wasn't just the green and the white ranger. He played different rangers on top.
He was
of.
until Dino Thunder. Then was the
Yeah.
black one, and then that's it.
And then
He get into
did-
UFC also.
He did for a little while. I don't know how that went. Well, clearly not good because
Primo
his
Living
wife divorced
BC
him.
said,
Mm.
at Riggs that's awesome. Jay Leno loves the cars. He should be a villain in Fast and Furious ha ha ha.
Jay
Oh,
Leno
Jay
be a
Leno?
villain.
Primo Living BC said, who
Why
got in
not?
the UFC?
Kurt Russell has.
Tommy for Power
Yeah.
Rangers. Jason David Frank or whatever. Yeah, Jason David Frank.
Mm-hmm.
That's who Primo.
That series knocked off for me around Tokyo Drift.
How about Kurt Cobain? I think Courtney Love had something to do with his suicide.
Oh, yeah, like that documentary that was on Netflix for a while. Yeah.
I never
I mean,
even
that-
watched the documentary.
Well, the PI I thought brought some really relevant shit that, yeah, like yes.
But because
Cobain, another
she didn't
one.
do it herself.
Courtney Love. What's that?
I said, but she kind of gets, even though she was the cause of him killing
Primo
himself,
Living BC
she is not held
said,
accountable.
oh he fought in King of the Cage.
Yeah.
Fuck,
He had
man.
really good BJJ
Plus, like Will
skills.
Smith and Jada
Riggs
Pinkett,
Jr.
I mean, like,
said,
man.
Leno is doing
Yeah.
what I'd do given the
I
money.
love that dude.
I
in
really
chat.
enjoy his channel and his general attitude
his
and love
name
for the
is Will
machines.
Simp.
Wilson.
And now here's Conway Twitty.
You know he wouldn't have pulled that on.
Me being the asshole I am, I'd have been like, you should have told August to keep his dick out of Jada's mouth.
Oh.
Yep.
Isn't that the going thing now today, though, is to let your women go out and drink?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to let them go out and explore their sexuality and because you know, sleeping with the same
I-
person over and over for the rest of your life is boring.
I don't
And
know
you
who
need
said it first, but
variety.
polyamory is going to be the thing of the future. Period.
And we're going back to Old Testament type shit, dude. That's
Yep.
that's what the New World Order is. It's old Babylon.
If I get that hard up for it, and then this might sound crazy to some of you guys, but I can always go the turd flinging monkey route with the sex
Primo
bot.
Living BC
Yep.
said,
It
I
might
said the
sound a
same
little
thing.
goofy and strange,
What's
but
in
if
your
I get
wife's
that
mouth,
hard
Will?
up and desperate, you can just go that route and save a bunch of money in the future.
I look at
Well-
that Russian bodybuilder. I mean, literally. I mean, the guy is stacked. He could have a woman. You know, he could be the. I don't know what his worth is, but he could be the Dan Bilzerian.
Hmm.
What's that guy's name? Dan Bilzerian, the
Oh
gambler.
yeah, I know who you're talking
um,
about. Yeah.
But no, I mean he's got an Instagram. I'm not on IG at all, but he's got you know his life with his waifu. Can't say like you, Doug, that I'm ready for that yet, but at the
Yeah.
same time too. I mean,
Keep the option open.
Primo
It's-
Living BC
yeah.
said,
I mean, don't say
I don't
no
think I can do a doll.
until you do.
Not throwing shade,
Well,
just my
right.
choice.
I
I
look
would
at it
destroy
this
a
way,
fleshlight,
to keep
though.
You safe from somebody out of your wallet.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's
Hopefully-
what I was gonna say. Go through divorce court, family court, or any of that shit. Give me that damn doll.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you
You
just
go through a
absolutely have to
divorce or
have it,
two, and
you
that
can't live
doll's gonna
without
be
it.
looking mighty fine.
And TFM, like he has the whole thing programmed where it's more than just a doll,
Hmm?
you know. But
Yeah.
again,
It's
I
brilliant.
I'm probably more extroverted than he is, and so I don't think I could go that route. But
Crystal Kitten
like
said, I
like
can
Kush
suggest
had
a good brand if
stream
you
on
need
earlier.
info, lol.
Shane and I
Yeah,
missed it, but,
Crystal Kitten works in the prawn shop. She could steer you in the right direction.
Nice. I've
Primo
already
Living
actually
BC
been looking at different
said,
websites.
I would
And,
always feel like I'm banging
And
a
just
dead body.
just kind of just checking this stuff out,
I
just out of
mean,
curiosity.
Primo, technically that's all we get anyways. Most of the time is that starfish love. So it wouldn't be much different than
TFM
God
was one
damn.
of the first people that I had actually heard the MGTOW philosophy from. He was one of the first I ever really got into, and I was like, when I hearing him talk about his sex bot or sex doll, I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And I was
Primo
just like,
Living
well, there's an
BC
option for guys.
said, the fleshlight is more efficient. Riggs Jr. said,
Yeah.
Chaos needs the no square destroyer 5000 that's bigger than the fire extinguisher in the corner Cryadol.
Yeah, I've blown out a few fleshlights. I need something industrial grade. I got a feeling them really expensive ones would get destroyed by me too. Where in the fuck are these things?
Well, TFM swears by the spinning robot pussy.
The spinning robot pussy.
Mhm.
That sounds
Haven't-
like a great time.
Dude, I mean, I haven't tried it myself, but I do have a fleshlight, and honestly, that that scratches all the itches that you could ever
Yeah.
want.
They've got one. It's popped up on my YouTube thing every now and then.
Crystal
Not very
Kitten
often though.
Said,
But it's
we have one that is
you-
pretty resilient.
if you're watching
Primo
a
Living
skin
BC
flick,
said,
it times
Eurotrip was
itself
hilarious.
with the motions
Club Vandersex
of,
and the
of
dildo
what's
gun
going
rolling on the floor laughing.
You have pictures, don't you, kitten?
I thought he was going to say that to Chaos. I bet you got pictures.
I use my imagination. The hub doesn't really do it for me. So I gotta rely on my imagination a lot. It's been get me by. Hell, it got me by as a teenager.
There's just so much risk.
There are now, yes. I remember there not being these kinds of risks. It's getting more and more risque to be with the opposite sex, thanks to feminists. And then they're doing it all on purpose, cause you know they want all the women to themselves, cause most of them are fucking lesbians. And they just hate men, and they hate people. That's the other thing people fail to understand. They just hate everybody, even themselves.
Yeah.
That's why they're so angry.
Have you guys ever been around a friend or a situation where you're at their house, barbecuing, you're having a couple beers or whatever, you go in to use their bathroom, take a piss, whatever going on, and then you
Primo
walk
Living
back out,
BC
and they're
said,
like, "Hey, you didn't leave the seat
and they hate
down."
men and want men to be subservient.
And I was
I've
like,
had
"What?
A few.
Can't see to put the seat down?" Then
Yeah.
we get into a whole ordeal over the seat.
I had one get mad at me for putting the whole seat end lid down. She's like, I don't look before I sit down. And then I end up shitting on the toilet lid. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's fucking
It's like the damn
nasty.
South Park.
Man. We'll tell
And
you
it's
that-
like,
that's
remind me again why I'm with you. And then she drops to her knees. I'm like, oh, okay.
I want to talk about, you know, you're about to get into a real. They're really that nitpicky over the toilet seat. My gosh.
Crystal Kidin said,
Oh, yeah.
I would tell her to
Oh, you
start
talk
looking
about
before
panic
she
setting
sits.
in, man, when you
Oh,
go in the
I
bathroom,
did, Crystal,
destroy it,
several
and it won't
times.
flush.
No.
Dude, I've done that before. You're just looking for plungers or, you know, something to unclog it.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't want to be that guy, man.
Oh, definitely not. If it's a fuel station, you know, I can probably be like, oh, okay, I'll just get out of here real quick.
Oh, man. You go in there and you got all on the floor or on the wall. How did you accomplish this?
I will say this, the Loves, they seem to do a pretty decent job of keeping a decent facility
Crystal
for guys,
Kidin
truck drivers.
said, whenever one of my friends is over and he uses the washroom, if he leaves the lid up, I don't
Like
bitch,
you
I
going to
put it down,
McDonald's.
lol.
Oh,
Primo
shit.
Living BC said,
Yeah.
I try to avoid hanging out with guys who are in
Damn.
relationships.
If you
Their
found
women
yourself
always
in an
hate me, and half the
emergency
time they want to
situation,
get hammered out.
which I have before,
Just drama.
a shitsituation. Like, I gotta
Yeah.
go.
I lost a friend
Riggs
because his
Jr.
wife didn't like me.
Said, Doug's been
Yeah,
working the loves as a lot
that's
lizard.
so weird to me, you know, the whole toilet seat scenario. Like, just put it down.
That is true, Primo. The guys that I hang out with, you know, they gotta ask them, can we go to this? And like, Jesus, get off the leash, man.
I'm wondering if a lot
You
of
gotta-
it is they actually don't want to go, and so marriage is kind of like to easy out. Like, I don't have to go to golfing with my friends anymore. And it's just they get married so they don't have to hang out with me no more.
Like, you gotta call your wife every 5 seconds. Hey, where are you at?
How
Can
long
I
you
go with
gonna
the guy?
be? What you doing? How long you gonna be? Who you with? Who the fuck is that bitch?
Yeah.
Why do I hear women in the background? Are you cheating on me? You stupid motherfucker! It's like, God damn, where the fuck? It's your
And you
back.
say,
I'm
of
at work.
course, I'm screw your mother.
Walk
I'm
to the
at
Taco
work.
Bell. Walk to the Taco Bell and see a woman on a
Primo
picture, like,
Living
advertising
BC
Taco Bell. Why don't you
said,
just marry her?
At Chaos she didn't like you because you won't kiss up to her like
You
he will.
looking at it or something?
It's all about subservience to these Karens.
Yeah, I don't really kiss up to anybody, to be honest.
See, I never did either. You know.
Mm.
But I was just more of the don't even start that shit.
Yeah.
Because I'd throw it right back as if you start that shit, that means you're thinking it, so you're doing it. I said, don't even do that shit.
I've always thought it was weird that guy, full-grown man, hang out with his buddy. I've always thought that was weird.
I'm sure there's an exception to the rule somewhere. I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot of it.
There's good women out there, potentially young and older women that are good.
If you can get to
But
them before they
it's
get
just-
around the cancerous ones, it works
Well-
out better. That's the hard part. You can't tell what the cancerous one. Can't tell the difference between the cancerous ones and the good ones, because the good ones are dressing like the cancerous ones.
Right. But it's just everything's so the laws and everything are so
yeah.
goddamn where I have seen it where the woman was wanting to be more reasonable with the child support, and it's like, no, you got to go by
Crystal
what
Kid in.
the court
because
says.
the
Said,
state, yeah.
I'm a good one, I think.
Wow.
The state
And
getting
she
involved
flat
didn't
out-
know.
She flat out told the prosecutor, she goes, well, I didn't want or need that much, so I'm just going to turn her around. I guess when he picks the kid up for visitation, I'm going to give him some money. Oh, that pissed the prosecutor off. She goes, well, I told you I didn't want it, but you went ahead, you guys did anyway. That's a good one.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
Crystal, not all women are like that, but they're capable of it.
They
They're
have the
capable of it.
potential.
Primo Living BC said, I never treated anyone any different. No acting, just sincerity.
Yep.
My coworkers would always say, how do you talk to the owner like he's just one of us?
It's like, because I see everybody as a regular jack off like me. Your position, your title, whatever the fuck. Ooh, good for you. I don't give a fuck.
Crystal
Who are
Kid
you
in
as a person?
Yeah.
said, I treat people how I want to be treated.
It's like with my associate Tim, the guy that I work with on Sundays. He, like I've told y'all, he's one of those that he's
Tell
done
Outlaw
jobs for
said,
Microsoft and
Me too, cat.
American Airlines, like big production things, and he can be very braggadocious about it. Like, I mean, but I get it. He's proud of it, but it's just like, yay, good for you. I don't care. I see him as a regular person.
Yeah.
But he puts himself on a pedestal.
Right.
And
Humble
I
pie
don't
always
put
goes down smooth.
exactly. I don't put people on pedestals, except for God and Garfield. This motherfucker's gaining health. What the fuck?
You put your Garfields on a pedestal.
I put my cat before myself. God damn it.
That's amazing.
Well, whenever he passes,
oh God, I'm gonna be
he
miserable.
might be on a pedestal. Get
No, I'm
stuff
never
from
gonna
on
get
a
buried.
pedestal.
Putting a pet on a pedestal.
He's gonna get buried when he passes.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that either.
That's cool.
He's royalty.
Well, I mean, the Egyptians viewed cats as royalty back in the day, so
Crystal Kid in said,
It's a piece of
I do that with my
information
pets.
I
Do they
did
come
not
first
know.
before anything?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
If
Primo
I'm
Living
down
BC
bad and
said,
Garfield needs food,
It's hilarious when
he's-
people try to
he's
put
gonna get
themselves on
food
pedestals.
before I get food.
Okay.
Is it the Sphinx that's based on a cat?
Yeah, it's a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Lion
saw
with a pharaoh's
something
face.
today. Basically, the guy said the Sphinx was there before the Egyptians got there, and they shaved the head down to look like the pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'd want to take care of my dog too. I don't have one, but you know,
Yeah.
to be a friend that sticks by your side.
Yep. I was telling my buddy Dalton earlier, Garfield's the longest relationship I've ever had.
Yeah. Wow.
He hasn't
Yep.
cheated on me.
No,
He
they're
gives
awesome.
me lip
Animals
every
are
now and
great.
then, but past that,
Well, that's like my dog. Me and that old son of a bitch survived the second ex-wife, so
Man,
That's amazing.
me and my cat survived a tornado together, but he's a good cat too. Solid white. Old buddy come climbing out of the tree that fell across the road and wondered what happened. That was something too.
fuck that shit. I've seen and been in a few of those too. Fuck that. You know, as a kid, like if your grandparents talked about their experience, oh, I want to see that, and they're like, God, no, you don't, and now I understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to be in a
That's something I wish I had. I wish I would have had more time with, because my grandparents were World War II veterans, and so wish I could hear some of those stories again. Really.
My granddad was too, but he never would open up about all that he saw over there.
Yeah. My dad's grandpa was in World War One,
Crystal Kid said, Chaos smoke time?
and then
yes,
my
Crystal.
grandpa's brother Burley was in the Korean War. So I'm just like, man, I wish I could sit around with those guys again.
oh yeah, I would love to have sat around with them. It was like I would always get in trouble as a kid because I'd always want to hang out with the older people because they were always talking about cool
Ricks
shit
Jr.
and doing cool
said,
shit. The people
And they
out
had
there,
beer.
Where's
I did
Bingus?
not-
And they had beer.
No, I didn't care about the beer or nothing. It's just I wanted to hear
Oh.
the stories and then all that shit. That's what I wanted to hear. I didn't care about nothing else.
Then the second, the beer.
But they were always go hang out with people your age. It's like
Crystal Kid in.
Well, all
Said,
my mom
Bingus
and
is sleeping.
grandmas and shit like that, they would have a drink. If everyone sat down reminiscing, they'd have a drink. Some of the shit I heard.
Yeah.
Some of the shit I didn't want to hear.
Yeah, there's some shit you don't need to know about your parents
When you
and
get
grandparents.
daughters and moms, but they're your grandma and aunts and shit. Oh God, some of the stories they get into.
Oh yeah.
Women's locker talk is just as bad as men's locker talk.
Oh hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
But back then, for them to talk about it,
Ricks
there had
Jr.
to be a group of them,
said,
and usually some
It's
liquor.
not as late where he's at.
It was a
They
bunch,
don't
didn't
know
go
what
around
hours
just
he
talking
works.
about it.
a bunch of hens gather and clucking.
Yeah. Where I'm at, it was usually the church ladies.
Mm.
They'd always gather in one spot. We called it the hen pecking session, Doug.
Henpeck. It
They
sounds about right.
sound like a bunch of hens out there clucking, talking to one another.
And as a man, that's what you hear.
Yeah.
Ew.
At
It's
Charlie,
like what?
at Charlie Brown. Womp, 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 womp.
That's why we'd hang out on the pool table. The men at Grandpa's, we would, I'm there 8, 9, 10 years old. Grandpa shooting pool. We all wait. Whoever wins keeps shooting. It's just like we had this big wood
Crystal
stove.
Kitten
In the
said,
wintertime, you just
women
chop
can
wood
be
and
worse
throw it
than
in
men in
there.
the locker
Man,
room.
those were the good days.
Primo Living
And,
BC
and
said,
then me, my sister,
I dated
my
a black
cousin,
girl,
we'd play
35-year-old
Chinese
SM,
checkers. I don't know if
living
you
with her
guys know about
19-year-old
Chinese
daughter and her
checkers, but
60-year-old mother. Imagine the
and
mayhem.
then we played that Old
KS
Maid and then
4728
War, and then we
said,
had Connect Four,
Bingus hails from California.
all that
It's the
stuff.
place, yeah, it ought to be winking
Well,
face.
in my family, the men guys woodshed, look at
Yeah.
Horseshoes.
Or,
Horseshoes.
Yeah. Yep.
or we'd
Oh
hang
yeah.
around the car, somebody's car, and look at it or
Yeah.
shoot the breeze.
Yeah, that's what that. Yeah, men and women just knew where to separate themselves
Riggs Jr.
and enjoy each other's
said,
company.
Primo ouch one in every stage of life.
Working on demolition derby cars.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
If somebody's lawnmowers broke down, all the guys would gather around it and talk about it, look at it.
See, I'd be the one guy there who would be like, I don't know what the F you guys are talking about. I'd be the one dude there like a what? A Johnson
Riggs
rod,
Jr.
huh? Oh,
That's
okay.
Said,
when you just sit
"It ain't
back
got
and
no
take
gas
in
in
what
it."
you hear and see, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The carburetor spitting up juice, huh? Oh, whatever that means. Okay. What?
Oh.
I was the odd man out in those conversations because I just never understood the language. I keep like Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder. He's like, look, I can't tell you what's wrong with the car. I don't speak the language. And that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Well, see, what was nice with me growing up, being in farms and livestock and all that shit, you got to go take care of the animals. So the women know that, hey, he's got to go to the farm or this farm or some. So you just had to go. And there was always people stopping in. You know what I mean? You got to feed, make sure they're water, make sure they didn't tear up any water lines,
Yeah.
So the women couldn't bitch because it's like, hey, this is what gets us money. I got to go do it. So I didn't run into that Mickey Mouse shit a lot.
Primo
Priorities.
Living BC said, at Riggs I met
But
the
I
mother, but
tell
she
you
didn't
what,
want me to
man,
meet her daughter until
once
we
you get
progressed
married
in
and
our
move
relationship.
to subdivision
I
city,
didn't want to
or
progress
even
until
try to be
after
in
I
a
meet the
country
daughter. Ha
close
ha
to a
ha.
decent sized city, still fucked up.
What is that transition like, going from the country to the suburbs?
Well, I went to college. That's what kind of got me out of the country setting. But I built a house kind of out away from town. That's why I lost. Now going from out there to a suburb or subdivision, man, it sucked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was the only out I had.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you lose everything, you gotta, what can I do?
Riggs Jr. said, LMAO, just
But
more
it
proof
paid for
women
this
always see
place,
one
so,
another as
you know.
competition even if they are family.
Bad shit happens. You just gotta make the best of a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
True that.
It's like with you, Doug. You're running into speed bumps, but it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't try to sprint, guys. That's when you run into trees and all kinds of other shit.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
Literally and figuratively.
It reminded me of something I remember in the Bible. It said, "Run the race set before you with patience. Run it with patience."
Mm-hmm.
Don't always have patience, but you have to have it.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good virtue to have.
Over here.
With great patience comes great rewards.
I agree with that.
And I have
As
always
I-
said that my whole life too. Patient, just wait, and things will happen.
Yep.
Just gotta leave it in God's hands and do what's right.
Over there.
That's it.
Just have a clear heart.
There's rules that are set in there's rules that are set in stone. There's rules in the Gospels, ways in the Gospels to live by, and they
I am not concerned. Dead soldiers cannot
they
dim your
they
Glad
bring
to hear
so
heart.
much.
I see.
Primo
you have
Living
unearthed
BC
the flames too.
said,
That thing might
Abrix,
be
that's
getting
why I say
purified
that
for
there
a
was
while.
guarantee mayhem. Probably cops being called
Yeah.
regularly.
This book.
Best to avoid the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I already told God, I said, you're not going to get a clean soul, but you'll get a good heart. There you go.
There's it. Nice.
Yep.
Arise. Primalist Aranog. I pledge this power to free my
Just
kind
don't piss him.
from the leash of the aspects.
Yeah, I saw that today in the chat.
Then go while I turn this wretched Titan-stained place into
Don't
ashes.
challenge you.
Yeah, don't. You can question him. It's like I always told my kids. I said, if I say to do something or something, question me. Please do. I'll explain it to you. But don't disrespect me.
Yeah, see, that was one thing my parents never did. I would ask them, and they would just say because I said so.
Yep.
What is going on?
Yeah.
And that was one of my things, like with church, man. It's like, why do I need to go? It's like because I said so. And I'm like, well, that's not a good enough answer.
Yeah, it's not. No. Hell, my kids got to the point where they were older. They're like, okay, we get it. You can quit talking now. You don't have to explain it no more. Just
Yeah.
they're like, you over-explain it.
I will burn you to
Riggs Jr. said, pretty much primo. Even if you wanted a three-way, that's gonna need a
Yep.
tank
Good.
or a
I did-
That was-
I didn't want them to get, punked on by the school corporation either.
Oh, man.
Because the schools would try to fuck with them, and I'm like, they can't fuck with you. Really, they can. If you guys, and I taught them how to fuck with them, the school would get as pissed at them as me.
Where the fuck is
That's what I'm
this?
saying. I know how bad the schools are, guys.
Oh. Schools are bad, that's for sure.
I saw them go. I saw a country school go from, a cool country school to full libtard in 20 years.
Golly.
It was bad, guys. It was like, really.
Fuck is this thing?
I know it was during my generation. I saw them take paddling and the ability for the coaches and stuff out of school to do it.
I think we were the last generation to endure that.
Man, I hate it.
Cause oh god, some of them enjoyed the fuck out of it. You come in the next day after getting your ass beat, cause you know the principal done called home and you done got your ass whooped. Come in the next day, you gotta take your school licks too. And
Primo Living
is there a
BC
reason? And they would always ask me, is there a reason
At
why
first,
we
oh,
should
yeah.
do this?
How's
I
it
could
going?
tell she was just
And
pretending to be nice because she
I
didn't
would
know me well
straight
enough
up
to go
show
full
them
succubus.
the bruises
I could
on
feel the
my
negative energy.
ass. And they always say, ooh, he really laid into you. And then pull up your britches. I'm like, oh, really? Like, yep. And then I'd get about 5 to 7 swats.
Ooh.
That's basic.
Well, that was because of the two-parent household.
Yeah.
Well, if my dad wasn't around to do it, my mom would try and beat me like my dad did. And
But yeah,
after
but
a
it did
certain
not-
point, I made it a point that shit stopped.
yeah, it was more the shame from your dad primarily.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of that was he would beat. I had my own business in school. I was one of those kids, and people would go out of their way to fuck with me, and I would have none of it. So I would get into fights. So I would get a lot of mixed signals because he would beat my ass while telling me, don't fight. And even if I said they started it, I finished it, that wasn't good enough. So I got a lot of mixed signals. People would fuck with me, and it's like I would go out and it's like I don't want. It would come to a point where the pimple pops and I start whooping ass. And I was and they would always tell me, ignore them, and it's like you can't just outright tell them. It's like, you know how the fuck
Riggs
it
Jr.
was when you were in school.
said,
How dare
mask
you
slips
tell
eventually.
me to ignore it?
Yep.
School, there was a lot. It was like junior high in Florida was probably my worst experience dealing with people in general. It literally got to a point where I went to the principal. I said, look, this is what's going on. My parents have been here. Y'all know about it. Y'all aren't doing nothing about it. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. Here's the thing, though. Y'all aren't going to like me taking matters into my own hands. And he looks at me, he's like, why? I'm like, because I'm going to bring my gun up here. I'm going to start shooting motherfuckers. Because I'm tired of this.
Damn, that must have been.
Dude, every fucking day, these kids would follow me home and jump my ass. I had no idea who the fuck they were. I know they were kids in my class, but it was a daily thing, and they wouldn't do shit about it.
No.
But yet they have a zero bullying policy. And I don't like getting violent. I really don't, because I know how I am when I get violent. It's I don't like it.
It's not pretty.
No. I will end up in prison because I will kill the motherfucker. I don't want to, but it's like, I've warned you, leave me the fuck alone. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point to where the consequences are worse for bullies and people like that because the punishment's not harsh enough. They're willing to pay the consequences and they'll keep doing it as long as they can get away with it.
They get
There's
the
no
shit
way.
kicked. They get the shit beat out of them at home too, so they have no problem taking licks and shit.
There's no way
It is
I'd
good
be a
you are
teacher.
here. We'll thank you, hero. Though Aeronob's
Oh,
betrayal
no.
is painful,
Uh-uh.
we have at least reclaimed Southgate
Me
Hold.
neither.
Though
I wouldn't
my
want to
vote
do
fell
that.
today,
When you
And-
have
please keep
when
the
you
memory
have
of their
students
courage in my
that can
heart.
get up in your face
May we never
and cuss
falter
you
in our
out
watch for
and
further
almost
rebellion.
come to blows, and the only thing that's going to
Farewell,
happen to them is
hero.
they're going to go sit a few days in jail.
Hmm.
That's why they do this stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
The consequences are just about to the point to where it's worth it for them to do it and get away with it. We
And
don't punish
then-
these people harshly enough.
Oh, and if you get into a fight and defend yourself, oh, you're guilty as well. Cause
Zero
how dare you
Crystal
tolerance.
Kid in.
Yeah, zero
Said,
tolerance.
Both kids get
I'm
kicked
heading
out.
to bed. Have a good night, gentlemen.
All right, Crystal, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. You have yourself a great rest of your evening. Well, morning now.
Have a good night, kid.
Good night.
Yeah, see you, Crystal.
Primo Living BC.
I mean, like we was
Said,
talking about the other night.
At
with
Riggs, I
homeless
see so
people
many
and
naive
whatnot.
guys with angry
This is why
Jezebels.
it's worth it to them to commit a crime and go sit in jail because they've got 3 hots and a cot. They're going to be taken
Primo
care of.
Living
with
BC.
taxpayers' expense.
Said,
The
have a good night,
consequences
Crystal
are
Kitten.
worth it to them to do it because they're not harsh enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, when we was going to school, Doug, we actually feared our parents, man.
oh God.
Feared
Oh,
our
yeah.
teachers too. I was scared to death to talk back to a teacher or
It was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. If you said yeah, you got what was that?
yep.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess Dad did something right. I mean, I never mouthed off to any of my teachers. I've had a regular, set of fist fights I had to look forward to with my classmates. That was a pretty regular occurrence for a little bit.
Mm.
And sometimes I'd get beat up, and sometimes I'd win, whatever that means. But that's what we did.
Yeah. Technically, whoever's still standing after the blows have been traded.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he
Yeah, there
gets
was
broken
there
up.
was definitely more than once where I got my ass whooped. I mean, it's just the way it was. One time I knew and I was scared. I didn't want to fight this guy, and I think I was in 8th grade, and I'm like, I don't want to fight him. He's been starting crap with me all week, and I'm like, so Mom said, you're going outside and you're gonna fight him, and I did, and I lost. And that sucked. I got my ass kicked. And he was a tougher dude. He could fight better than I could. Now that didn't happen all the time. There were times when I would win. I'd be tougher than the other guy.
Thank goodness you're here. The time waves are in chaos.
Yeah.
But we'll need as much air
But
as
then
nothing
finally,
the
I guess we
Time
grew
Walkers
up
can't
and just
fix.
got done doing that stuff.
Except some of our ranks are missing.
Yep.
Yes?
Shit started hurting more.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Know where to find
Oh
me.
yeah.
I know you'll find everyone and get it figured out.
By the time I was in high school, I said, "All right, I'm done getting beat up. I'm gonna go join the wrestling team." And so in high school, I started wrestling. It was fun, and I wasn't the greatest at it. It was a good time, but after that, I didn't really have to do a whole lot of fighting. Every so often.
couple times my freshman year, but after that, it pretty much stopped.
Yeah.
Junior high, I just had to get wild.
Now
got to.
I wonder yeah. Well, I wonder what it would have been like, in cities,
It
Like
sucks.
New York. Yeah.
No,
It would
God.
suck. I could only imagine how bad it would be. Probably like it was in Florida.
You're probably fighting every day.
Yeah.
Primo Living BC said, I had a grade 6 teacher that all the kids were terrified of. Mr. Piesarello, he would
Well,
snap.
I mean, even where I was
An
at,
older kid was
you know,
pulling
we
the
had
weaker kid's
gamers
pants
that
down
went
and
to
Mr.
school.
P pulled the bully's
They
pants
didn't
down
care,
in
they
front
just
all.
start throwing stuff.
Dude, that fear of teachers should be in the kids.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't be a teacher in this day and age because I would end up putting hands on one of them little shits.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
regrets. No regrets at
When we went
all.
to school, these teachers did not disclose their sexual life.
Nope.
They were there to do a job, teach, and then we moved on.
Yeah, exactly. But
Primo
now,
Living BC
no.
said, he would be fired in a heartbeat
we
today.
didn't want to know, because most of them were like 50 and
Yeah.
60. I'm like, please, y'all.
I wouldn't want to know that shit.
Old and fat women.
I
Like,
think the
golly.
most we knew was she was getting married, or she was having a kid.
Yeah.
That was the
There was
most that they ever
There
shared
was
with
always
us in
rumors
school.
around
Samantha P.
the football players
Welcome to my
were
channel.
banging some of these teachers
Samantha
that
P.
were in our
said,
school. I don't know if you guys
"Morning.
ever had heard about
I
that.
never
I
lost a
mean,
fight unless against an
I
unbelievably
wouldn't
larger
doubt
opponent.
it.
Today I do not want any teachers
we
having
had
that
right to
authority
reverse.
today.
That kind of
Lord
stuff
knows
has
they would
been
bully the normal
happening
straight
throughout
white kids.
history for ages.
The time magic
We had
Primo
right to
Living
reverse,
BC
dog. We had
Not
male
saying
teachers
it's
that
right.
I love how Putin banned all
hitting
alphabet
on the
propaganda
cheerleaders and
noise.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And funny,
We had a
all,
basketball coach do
all
it.
of that alphabet propaganda comes from there.
Out of range.
Like
Well, I know Primo. No, go ahead.
Marxism, like most of the people that live in Israel right now are from Russia.
Well, I know Primo that over in China they don't allow people to watch films with any kind of LGBT propaganda in it.
Nope, their TikTok stuff is educational stuff. It's none of this alphabet soup bullshit. It's all
Primo
smart,
Living BC
make you smarter
said,
stuff.
At Sam P, I wouldn't want these lefty teachers having any
And then
authority.
the west side, that's quite the opposite.
I mean, me being the filthy degenerate I am, I wish I would have come across some of these lefty teachers. But that's just me because I'm a filthy degenerate, and I have a student teacher fantasy that I would have liked to have fulfilled.
Yeah, yeah. I had that too. Yeah. There's a couple teachers I wouldn't have mind put through the old gauntlet or whatever it's called.
And the girls shouldn't act no better. I'm pretty damn sure they had some teachers that be like, damn, I'd like to let him give it to me. But
Yeah.
they try to
Son of
play
a
the
bitch,
moral
I wanna
high
be 18
road.
again.
Well, we had teachers that knew they would wear those tight little dresses,
Yeah.
and they knew the guys in the class looked at them. I mean, they would sit on them stools and kind of spread eagle. And
Oh, sure.
Just
Plus, I'm
spread
at
enough
you're
to
at
where
the
you
height of your
can't
damn
see, but you can
testosterone.
see. Like
Yeah.
all you need is for her to spread it a little more, and you can see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samantha P.
Mine actually
said,
caught me trying to look.
Bros. I've never been into old dudes. Face vomiting.
Yeah, I said not all, but there's some.
Oh, it was a wrap if you were dressing at the gym and the cheerleaders walked through there.
Primo Living BC
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
5 years ago the Chinese
You're
government
so
allocated
like,
millions of
"No,
dollars
don't
for
get to do
masculinity
jumping
training for the
jacks," or-
men. They noticed the men were becoming effeminate.
I don't know.
Probably
we were getting
gearing
away,
up
I
for
was getting
something.
away with murder back then.
It's the
Not
boy
literal
band stuff
murder,
that
but
set that
gosh.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
parties, you know, eating pussy, all of it.
Well, porn kind of normalized that. Like, I don't think all of that stuff really existed until Prawn made it mainstream.
Yeah.
When I think about all the shit that I kept
Like,
secret from my parents.
oh God.
Oh yeah. Man.
And your parents are probably no better. This motherfucker's healing. What is the deal with these mobs healing themselves?
Mhm. Oh God, Riggs.
Riggs Jr.
Ooh.
said. Doug 890 proof Nancy's
Oh,
Poonyeti.
Could have went all night without hearing that.
I mean, I had a
Well,
dream. That,
now I have to see it. Oh no, I didn't, Riggs. That's your girl. That's you.
whatever floats your boat, bruh.
Man.
No, I'll never forget that time. I won't bore you guys with the details, but damn, just the shit at 17 and 18 that I could get into, and get away with.
Oh yeah.
Keep it from my parents. No questions were asked. I mean, I was
Primo Living
grounded a
BC.
lot.
Oh,
Said,
my mom was a
all these girls want to get choked
nosy
now.
bitch.
What's that all about? Some 50 Shades of Grey Shiite, I reckon.
Yeah,
Samantha
50
P.
Shades of Grey kind of
said,
fucked all that up.
Doesn't seem to have worked. I've been speaking to some people in China recently and they're afraid to leave their house
What
right
kind of
now
friends
because
were
of
those
what's
back
going
then,
on.
though?
They
You
want
know,
fake
they know
masculinity,
you know,
not real men.
We're at the damn keg
Riggs
parties. They
Jr.
know you've never had
said,
sex before.
LOL,
And then
my
they're-
no
I mean,
square
those
is
are
raw
good
from all the
buddies, I guess. They're
Poonyeti.
trying to get you your first piece. I guess I understand it. That's how it was for me. But,
Yeah. Mine was literally the neighbor's daughter come over. One thing led to another. And yeah.
before I know it, I'm muff diving the first time. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh no, I need to get out of here.
Alright.
Grace Alpha's back.
Samantha P. said,
Good
if they had
times.
any real gall they would be rebelling. When gentleman was telling me they could stop you in the street at any point and take
Still got
your
a few
phone
of
to
those
see if
buddies
you've been
today,
talking
though.
about the
we
government.
went through all that stuff together back in the day, so that was cool.
It was I think it was the Germans that were doing all the pervy sex tests.
Riggs Jr. said,
I think that's
these
where
millennial and Gen
that
Z chicks
stuff
love that kinky
originated
shite.
from anyways.
Yeah, they do, Riggs. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I associate choking with violence. I can't. Spankings? No, thank you. I associate spankings with yeah, bad memories. Traumatic memories.
I mean, you got to remember, on average,
I think that went well.
50 body count.
We make a good team. I know
Ah.
I can.
Into that kinky stuff.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ain't
Is
no
that-
surprise.
Is that the new average? I mean,
I don't know.
I'm just ballpark figuring.
Primo Living BC
Not gonna
said,
lie, I wouldn't doubt it. The
at
shit
Sam
that
P they
Chandler
have
told
3
me,
Chinese police
I
stations in
would
Canada.
not doubt
Red
it.
Dawn 2022, 2023.
I couldn't tell you, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Something wicked this way comes.
Hmm.
Riggs
Great
Jr.
Ree.
said, I still got all my BDSM
Great
kit, but I'm retired.
campaign.
Too
Wow.
risky to
That was
partake
a
anymore.
great movie,
Are
man.
you though, Riggs? You came across the right little
Which one outlaw?
goth chick.
Red Dawn.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah,
Primo Living BC
loved it. I
said,
really loved everything
at
Patrick
Sam P, I
Swayze
can't
was
believe
in.
how bad things have got in the last couple years.
I'm not.
Canada has an exploding
Dirty
homeless
Dancing is like
population,
probably the one exception.
Samantha
I haven't really
P.
seen it.
said.
That and Ghost.
To be
I
fair,
don't
dash
really
women
care
are
for
told
Ghost.
that's what men
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Ghost
Same
I
with
can
being
probably
bi,
go
they say
without,
whatever
too.
to turn
I
a
mean,
guy
Whoopi
on.
Goldberg gets
Most
on my
women
nerves
aren't
in
bi,
movies.
it's all a show for men's attention.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Primo WT heck.
You know, back then before they got all, you know, indoctrinated with leftism, probably would have been different, but I don't know. Roadhouse is good.
Yeah, The Outsiders.
Oh, love The Outsiders, yeah. And Red Dawn's got C. Thomas Howell in that one too, with Swayze. And it's got that dude who was the leader of the Socias, is also in Red Dawn.
Yeah. It's
Think.
also, what's his name? Charlie Sheen's also his first movie.
Is that his first one? Wow. Didn't know
I
that.
believe it is.
It's a good one.
Gosh.
Road
Shit, we're gonna have like damn hundreds of movies to pick from at some point here.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
There's already about 30 movies on that list, so we got
Wow.
a pretty good list of movies.
Any repeats, or are they all like?
There were. Me and Hemi both went with Spaceballs, and then I think It was mentioned twice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we've got It 1 and 2 suggested. Poor Chris ain't gonna be able to handle it though.
Somebody's a Tim Curry fan.
Any Kurt Russell?
I'm
movies
okay
on
with
that
either.
I could think of a few.
Big Time in Little
So,
China.
These are the
Escape from New York, Escape from L.A.,
The Bang.
Proof. Yep.
Let me take a look here. So these are the movies.
Used car salesman.
We got
Or used
Braveheart,
cars.
It, Desperado,
That was good.
Teeth, Human Centipede,
Yep.
Silence of the Lamb.
Samantha
Those are
P.
Riggs' suggestions.
said.
Human
BC,
Centipede.
so I
bet
just
that was
looked
a
at the
huge
stats and you
pick.
have about half of the
that's a
homeless
Riggs
population
pick.
as us, but you only have a
That's
tiny
That was
portion of
Riggs.
our total.
That's a Riggs pick.
Homeless in
Riggs,
US
you
is like
sick
0.2% if I'm
bastard.
correct.
Come on,
I just wanted to emphasize that. Just so everybody can know. Human Centipede, Silence of the Lambs, and Teeth are
That
Riggs'
sounds like a
choice.
traumatizing movie.
All- I could deal with Silence of the Lambs. Teeth, I don't know if I could
Oh,
stick
yeah.
through that. Human Centipede, I don't know about that either. I'm
No.
not about that
No.
ass to mouth stuff.
We're not doing no teeth either. I can't.
And we
watch
got
that.
120 Days of Sodom, Sallow, Friday, Red Dawn, Fury,
Yes, sir.
Thing from Another World, I can't understand my
Joking
writing
Riggs.
sometimes. The
Yeah, we're just kidding, buddy.
Band of Brothers, Tommy Knockers, Critters, Universal Soldier,
Riggs
The
Jr.
Road Warrior,
Said.
Shaun of the Dead.
I was made to watch
The
Teeth
Big
by a chick and she
Lebowski,
wanted my worm that day. Whiskey
Other
Tango
It,
Foxtrot.
The Interview, The Last American Virgin, Spaceballs, Transformers, the 1986 movie, the cartoon, Karate Kid, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and Gran Torino.
Okay.
God,
Yeah,
Sean
those last
Penn.
three were my picks.
Yeah.
Samantha P.
Sean
said.
Penn.
Shaun of the
Never
Dead was a
watch
good one.
Human Centipede.
Sam P in capital letters, never watch Human Centipede.
I did
no,
once,
no.
and I'm not gonna do it again.
I saw the previews.
just
That was
couldn't
enough
believe
for
it.
me to be like, yeah, no, I'm never gonna watch that. So hopefully, that's the first viewing while I'm at work.
Riggs
Oh,
Jr.
yes, sir.
said,
How could I forget
Twister, dazed and
man?
confused, Cheech and Chong up in smoke.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Braveheart in there.
Beowulf.
Yeah.
That ain't a movie, is it? Or is it?
Beowulf.
Mm-hmm.
That movie wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
Are you cool, man?
Dances with Wolves is a good one. Tombstone.
Oh,
If
To Kill a
this,
Mockingbird.
yeah, if this thing is
Again,
productive,
Tombstone,
if
yeah.
this thing is productive, we'll just start adding more movies to the.
No Dazed and Confused fans.
Eh.
Are you cool,
Cheech
man?
and Chong, yes.
They stay
Hey,
the same
man.
age. I keep getting older.
Riggs Jr.
Hey, man.
Or
Said,
I keep getting older.
All right, all right, all
I
right.
stay the same age.
Yeah. That guy just peed on my leg.
Oh God.
I just want to pull over, man.
Oh, excuse
You
me.
were going too fast, dude. Yeah,
Guess you could do a list of the worst movies of all time as well.
They get old. No, it's like I get older, they stay the same age.
Oh,
Just
there we
like you.
go. I get older, they stay the same age.
Yeah.
Any which way but loose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Urban Cowboy.
Right turn, Clyde.
Clyde is like
Oh, where the fuck is it?
drinking whiskey, taking shots of whiskey, drinking beer.
Primo Living BC said, Jim Carrey was great back in the day.
The opening
Dumb
scene's
and
like,
Dumber
all
was
right,
hilarious.
that's enough, Clyde.
Riggs Jr.
Get
said,
hammered.
anything I suggest can easily qualify as worst movies for sure. Riggs Jr. said,
See,
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Godfather, man.
Harley
Whoa.
Davidson and the Marlboro
yeah.
Man. Look at these. One of them's probably gonna get me in trouble. One is, yeah, my buddy Ryan sent him.
Man.
You need a whole day for Godfather, but it's good,
yeah.
but about 4 hours long.
Oh yeah. Nice. Nobody picked Scarface.
I know another Jim.
Like y'all.
Goodfellas.
They want the world, Chico. They want the world, Chico, and everything in it.
Casino's good too.
Yeah.
Really, De Niro and Pesci. I can pretty much watch them in anything they do.
Oh, my
Primo
cousin
Living
Vinny.
BC
That's
said,
the only one I had
have
a
never
hard
watched
time
Godfather.
watching.
Primo Living BC
Yeah, I was
Godfather,
confused.
It's
said,
not a bad movie.
Casino.
I liked it.
Or 8 heads in a duffel bag. That
Oh God, that was great.
Goldie Hawn. Oh my God.
Is she in that?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't seen 8 heads in a duffel bag.
That's probably not one of his better. I don't know. Maybe.
Hoosiers.
Yeah.
And
George Carlin's like, but you know who I pray to? Pray to Joe Pesci.
Primo Living BC said, Sharon Stone was a great alpha widow in Casino. Kept running back to the crackhead guy rolling on the floor laughing.
Nah,
Samantha
I
P.
can't watch it with Robert De
said,
Niro.
I used to be a huge Robert De Niro fan, but he's gone so crazy left that I can't look at him the same anymore.
Yeah, I love
Straight
his movies.
face.
I hate his politics.
Yeah, like Heat, great fucking movie. De Niro, suck a
Yeah.
bag of dicks.
Right. Now I can watch, because I'm an old Paul Bronson movies or Harrison Ford movies. I like Harrison
Primo
Ford.
Living BC said,
Like
Death
The
Wish.
Departed.
Death
Oh,
Wish could never be made today, without a doubt.
No.
The whole
Blade
vigilante.
Runner yeah.
Well, that's what social justice is vigilante justice.
No, it's softcore vigilante justice. Yeah.
They just redid Blade Runner, didn't they?
I think
Yeah,
so,
Primo
yeah.
Living. That's a good one.
Oh, God,
2049, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
I have not seen it.
Primo
yet.
Living BC
That's good.
said. It's
And nobody picked any of the Mad Max movies, or did they? No Road Warrior?
I was
Oh,
going
yeah.
to, but
Well,
nah.
1 and 2 were good. The third and the fucking woke fourth that we had. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, you're blaspheming. That's Thunderdome, man.
Hey, where was Ike when you needed him?
Right.
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
I mentioned that one. I put that down as one of mine.
Nice.
Primo Living BC
Urban Cowboys
said,
is
Tom
one of my
Cruise is a
all-time
great actor,
favorites,
too.
but I had to
Good
keep
flick.
it to 3.
Yeah,
Primo
Tom
Living
Cruise,
BC
yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah,
said,
Tom Cruise is a great
Last
actor,
Samurai.
but
Yeah.
he's a bit loopy.
So 95 had the trilogy. They had Fight Club, they had The Matrix, they had American Beauty, all within that same year.
Mm. Yeah, those
And
are great.
and Usual Suspects, I think that was in 98.
Could
Dude,
have been.
those 4 films, like I cannot. Nobody's. If you watch them the first time, you're gonna go, I want to see that again. I missed something. I
Primo Living
didn't
BC
pick up on the
said,
nuance, the
American Beauty is one of my
entre
favorites.
day or whatever they call that, the mise en scene.
Samantha P.
Nobody picked any Jackie
said,
Chan movies?
How about No Country
I
for
wasn't
Old
really
Men,
into him.
Natural Born Killers, True
Really?
Grit,
Yeah.
Gangs of New
I mean,
York,
but that,
The Last
it
Duel.
Just, I don't know. We're all a little different, but I just
Yeah.
never got into his movies.
Oh, man. Rumble in the Bronx.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
That was a
like
good
that.
movie.
That one flick with him and Chris Tucker was pretty funny, but
Oh, Rush Hour?
Russia, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always looked at Jackie Chan was kind of like the wannabe Bruce Lee. Like Enter the Dragon, I mean that's
Yeah.
got to be the top 2 or 3 martial art movies, besides the Octagon.
Yeah.
Samantha P. said, My husband loves Tom Cruise. I
Nobody
can't
picked any of
stand
the
him.
Rocky movies?
Seems like all his movies are the same acting and he
wow.
has no range.
That's
Primo
like a
Living
legendary
BC
movie.
said,
How about
No
a
At
Pulp
Sam
Fiction
PNBK
either.
was a great movie.
A Bronx
Bang,
Tale?
another fucking
Bronx
one.
Tale,
A Bronx
very red
Tale?
pill. Love that fucking movie.
Forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Royale with cheese. Can I have some of those fries, motherfucker?
Oh,
What again?
they speak English and what?
Hey, you ever had one of these Royale with cheeses? No, I don't think. You're getting a whole conversation about it.
Did anybody put down the Die Hard movie?
Primo Living BC.
No.
Said,
No.
True Romance is
What?
great. Gary
No
Oldman and
Tarantino
Christian
movies,
Slater.
no Die Hard, no Rockies. What is up here? No
Oh,
Eastwood.
Well, like
No
I
Eastwood.
said,
No
like
Eastwood
I
at
s-
all.
It's
No
our
Eastwood. This is no
fucking
actually,
Dirty
hold
Harry.
on.
You're eating my heart,
I
man.
think there actually was a Clint Eastwood movie on here.
Samantha P.
Dirty Harry,
said,
man. Outlaw
in my
Josie
top 10 for
Wells.
sure BC.
I was gonna say
Along
Josie
with Fight
Wales.
Club.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
L. Rider's one of my favorites.
Granny
What was that?
Harkins.
What was that movie? That money movie?
Actually, I did put in there Gran
Unforgiven.
Torino.
Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Are you William Money out of Missouri?
Like I said, we could add these to the list we already have.
Nice.
We've got a list.
I'm sorry, it's
going.
not an abomination. I was just kidding.
Or you could put Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know Rambo's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that meme of when he's saying it's over. It's never over. It's never over.
Heck yeah, man.
Eric Zombrow. Welcome to my channel. Eric Zombrow.
Here's easy.
Yo, what's
Howdy,
up,
Chaos.
Eric Zombie?
Howdy, all.
How you doing, brother?
Where does Billy Madison rate, in your all's opinion?
I could watch it a few
Like-
times and be okay.
I
Yeah, I
like
like it.
6.5 out of 10,
Yeah.
7
Oh.
maybe.
How about? Yeah.
It's
It's
one of
not
those.
his
If
best
someone was
movie.
like, "Do you want to watch it?" I'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
Okay.
It's not his best movie, but it's up there.
Primo Living
I think
BC
Happy Gilmore was
said,
probably his best movie.
At Sam P. Fight
Yeah,
Club was
yeah,
an
that was-
experience the
yes,
first
yeah.
time I watched it. I was like, WTF?
Billy
At the
Madison,
end.
Chaos would be like, alright, do you have an eighth or a quarter? Alright.
Primo Living BC said, what's up, Eric, brother?
Nah, we're talking Adam Sandler. Let's see, the Grown Ups movies were pretty good.
Yeah, those weren't too bad.
Eric Zombrow.
The animated Christmas movie
Hey,
wasn't
Primo.
too bad.
Hey, Samantha.
There was
What was
also
that, Eight Crazy Nights?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He also did oh gosh, what was it? The Angry Dozen or something like that.
He did Big Daddy.
That was a
Yeah.
good one.
Mr. Deeds.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Nicky.
Little
Yeah.
Nicky.
I like that one.
Samantha
50
P.
First Dates.
said,
Mm-hmm.
That one
Mr.
wasn't bad.
That
Zombrow,
movie
welcome
didn't end
curtsy.
right for
This is
me.
helping. I have a
Punch
movie list
Drunk
or a write
Love.
down my favorites and or
Yeah.
suggestions for ones I haven't
You
seen
don't
yet.
mess with the Zohan.
Yeah, that was funny. Anger management.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Was that the one with
was-
Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was funny.
I can't believe
Easy.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest might be a worthy watch for the list. I don't know. Nicholson.
Oh yeah.
Primo Living
What's up,
BC.
gentlemen?
What's up,
Shining,
Said-
of
Z?
course.
How you
Hey,
doing,
Z.
At
brother?
Sam P.
Hey, brother Eric.
Apocalypto.
So, Indy, I wanted to ask you, you didn't know about that new 10 Commandments?
No,
they
I
did?
didn't. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't hear about it or see any kind of articles or headlines.
Oh,
or anything about it.
they had a whole big ceremony on Mount Sinai about it.
Mhm. All the religious leaders got together. And
Yep.
What'd they do? Rewrite them or something?
They rewrote them for climate change and
Yep.
basically, just like climate change and communism, to be honest with you.
like I said, the Pope is in the process of recreating Babylon.
Yes.
And the Pope was in on this?
Yeah, the Pope, a couple of elders from Islam and and Judaism.
The Pope has been
Oh,
in
wow.
on this for not just this Pope, but the Pope before him, and the Pope before him,
Yeah,
and the Pope
Benedict-
before him,
Benedict.
and the Pope before him, and the Pope before him.
Wow.
I don't know about John Paul, but definitely Benedict.
Perilous times.
Yee. And the current Pope, a lot of people don't know, he was in the Nazi Youth Army.
I had heard of that.
Yeah, down in Argentina, right?
Samantha
Yeah.
Yep, he is a
Said,
literal Nazi.
I'm watching Amsterdam
Yes.
right now with Christian Bale. It's set in the 30s.
And he's a
The
full-blown
set and
communist.
costume designs are amazing.
Wow.
Primo, that's under my favorites of all
Yeah,
time.
John Paul
Primo.
was probably pretty
Have you seen
decent, wasn't he,
Valhalla
easy?
Rising?
Yeah, yeah, he was good. He was well liked. There were rumors that they wanted to kill him because
Wow.
he wouldn't do some of the stuff that they wanted,
Oh wow.
and tried reforming the church back to what it should be.
Yeah.
Why do you think Martin Luther King Jr. was deleted? Because he
So,
wasn't
same
gonna,
with-
he wasn't gonna do what they said. Same thing
Same
with
with
Malcolm
Malcolm.
X.
The goddamn bacon.
Malcolm X.
Welcome to my channel.
Yep.
The goddamn bacon.
JFK as well.
Said,
He wasn't gonna
Evening,
play
you
ball
degenerates.
with him, and he got
Boom.
he
A
got-
haircut.
Yeah.
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 He got quite a haircut.
Yep. The grassy knoll.
Abraham Lincoln too. You know, he wasn't playing ball, and what'd they do? They had John Wilkes Booth.
Riggs Jr. said,
Yep.
Just
Darkness
wait till
intensifies,
Judgment
LOL.
Day comes.
What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Bacon? How you doing, brother? Oh,
Generals
ball as well,
gathered in
sir.
offices.
Oh, Doug's
War
drunk enough to
pigs, baby.
sing.
Ozzy saw it. Sabbath saw it.
That's a fascinating watch. If anybody's into the truther stuff,
What is?
like watching those documentaries on the grassy knoll,
Samantha P.
Oh,
Said.
yeah.
where they
Eric,
Oh,
did they include being
JFK,
anti-coma
haircut.
or did they have amnesia a second time around?
Yeah, no,
Primo
there's
Living
a
BC.
few good books out on it too.
Said.
Like
At Sam P. I haven't
he
seen
was-
that movie.
they were
I'll
pissed
check
at him
it out.
because he
You like the same
he
Viking
continued
music that I
the
listen to, so I'll trust that it's
he
good.
continued the war against Area 51 and the CIA. He tried really reining them in, just
I
like
wonder how far back that goes.
just like Eisenhower tried.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Eisenhower was going to take the whole First Army Division and invade Area 51 because they weren't giving him briefings and everything about
Yeah.
about their technology and stuff.
Yeah.
But they finally broke down and they gave him a briefing. And then when Kennedy, remember he made that speech.
Samantha P.
You got to guard
Said.
against the military-industrial
Bacon relief
complex.
face. Primo, it's
Mhm.
under my top
Apparently,
10.
Kennedy.
There isn't much dialogue, but it's
He
amazing.
continued on with because he agreed with Eisenhower. He continued on with the policy of, really deregulating these people and reforming them, and they were just like, yeah, we can't have this. They tolerated Eisenhower because he only had 4 months left, and they just figured they could get Kennedy to play ball, and when he couldn't,
Well, it's not
Boom,
just
presto.
that. He was talking about the Illuminati too.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And there's supposed to be a No Secret Society Act in place,
Right.
which I assume it is. But if you take something and you just rebrand it as something else, you take a piece of shit and you rebrand it as something else and polish it up a little bit, you can pass it off as the same thing.
someone just
Someone did let out a squeaker. I think Outlaw finally fucking is Outlaw even in here?
No.
No, that was Doug.
That-
That was
oh.
Doug. That was
Let's
General Kinetics, actually. Snuck in.
Say Outlaw finally fucking. I was just waiting for him to say I farted.
Yeah, like the documentaries that there was supposedly another shooter in the grassy knoll, and you had
There was
Samantha
one in
P.
the supposedly
said,
there was one in the sewer drain.
North
the
Country
driver
was also a good
one,
Viking-based movie.
and
had-
the other guy. Yeah.
you had connections with George H.W. Bush and Lyndon B. Johnson.
Riggs
George
Jr.
Bush used to be in the CIA.
They're
Not I
all
just
probably one-
farted in the paint.
Yeah.
He was probably one of the shooters.
they're all I think they're all kind of related in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's another. If you really want to go down a rabbit hole, that's another really interesting documentary on the Merovingian line.
Mm-hmm.
Dante, this
Yeah, I
That's-
need to look
I
that up.
told you about.
That's really cool. They're all related. Like Obama and like the Bushes, they're related by like distant cousins. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
They are literally all related.
What's this called, Eric? The Merovingian line?
The Merovingian line. It's
I'm gonna
it's
check
like
that out.
it's from the European Merovingians, the Europeans, but they're like the ruling class of the Europeans. And some of them came over on the Mayflower. Some of them, immigrated from Europe during like the 1900s, 1800s. It's crazy.
Central banks.
Yep,
Yeah.
central
Yeah.
banks.
So the Rockefellers go back.
Actually, the Rothschilds go back even further than the Rockefellers. The
Okay.
Rothschilds go all the way back to like Rome,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they hoarded all their wealth. They're worth something like $800 trillion or something like that.
Oof.
Oh
They
my
they,
God.
they financed every war in Europe. They financed every little uprising in the Middle East. Financed the Russian Revolution. They even gave money to the Chinese communists.
So that,
Oh,
like,
wow.
George Soros is kind of like our modern day version of that.
He's small, really.
He's
No,
old
he's
money, though.
compared to the Rothschilds, he's nothing.
He's
Nothing.
Small
He's
potatoes.
a minnow.
Yeah, he'd be like you and me standing next to an ocean. You know what I
Primo
mean?
Living
He's
BC
insignificant.
RPM did a video recently about
Don't get
7
me
million
wrong.
American men are done looking for work, and they're
He's a
trying to
danger,
figure
but
out why.
nothing like the
People
Rothschilds.
starting to live
Okay.
minimalist.
Wow.
The Rothschilds can trace
728
their
said,
ancestry all the way back
Trey
to I think
Smith,
Marcus Crassus, who was the richest man in Rome.
https://youtube.be/8hugie5
He was the guy who started
Samantha
he was the guy who
P.
started real estate
said,
agencies and
I
fire
wish
departments
more
and police
people would hoard
departments in
their
Rome.
wealth.
They-
Individuals can
they
take a
wow.
page from their
funded
books.
The transatlantic
Primo Living
slave
BC.
trade.
That's
Said,
right.
At
They-
Sam P.
they were
Northman
the
is good too.
enterprising force behind everything.
They also funded both sides of pretty much every war.
Yep. Both
Only
sides.
thing
Both
that-
sides.
The big thing the Rockefellers are known for is the oil and train
Yeah, the
industry
oil.
and stuff.
Yeah. And Morgan is for the steel.
Yeah.
And the how about that other guy, Rockefeller, who died? Died. You ever hear the joke? He died happy.
Oh well.
You ever hear the joke? He died happy. Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
I never
I
have.
don't know.
Okay. Happy Rockefeller was Rockefeller's wife, and she was, how would you say, going for a ride, and he died during. He died when. Let's just he came and went at the same time.
Nice.
Oh.
He finished,
Wow.
and then he was literally finished.
Yeah, he.
Wow.
Fatality! Come shot!
He got a happy ending.
He got a happy ending.
The happiest ending of them all.
Golly.
I don't know if you guys ever watched some of the old Johnny Carson clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He makes fun of that
Primo Living
quite
BC
often.
said, rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh Johnny, yeah.
I'll be deep in my books.
Primo
I
Living
like
BC
how Leslie Nielsen
said,
in Naked Gun says
"Finish
he
him."
wants to get caught in a combine. That's how he wants to go, in the jaws of a
After
combine.
years of imprisonment within the Emerald Nightmare, Archdruid Malfurion Stormwind
Yeah, that's like
has finally
that's almost as
returned
brutal as
to
choosing a
Mordor.
wood chipper.
Reunited with his love, Tyrande
That's a
Whispering,
way to go.
Malfurion
You
endeavors
know?
now to heal the
Damn.
corrupted Wh0r3 Teldrassil
Not
Well,
me.
and
I want to
rejuvenate
just
the
like
spirit
fall
of the
asleep
Night
and
Elf
then wake
people.
up in heaven.
Yet as the great
so,
cataclysm shakes
you
the
know,
boughs of their
like,
colossal
oh hey
tree,
God,
the
what's
Samantha
Night
happening?
P.
Elves brace themselves against
said,
the coming storm.
I legit know women who have
Jaws
cut
of the
off their
Cosmos.
husbands because they say they didn't want them to die.
That one
All an
one
excuse,
one
but it
scene from
actually
that
happened
movie
quite
was
a bit.
hilarious.
Rolling on the
And
floor
protect
laughing.
the enduring
when he's
legacy of
when he's hanging on the ledge by the statue's groin.
Yes.
And then he's in the captain's office the next day. Sexual assault with a concrete dildo. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
That movie, that guy was pretty funny.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Primo Living
yeah.
BC said, I would just sexually asphyxiate myself.
I wish I could get back to my books. We are going back.
I love it. He gets off the plane and he thinks, Weird Al's on the plane, but he thinks they're all there because Jane broke up with him. And he's like, don't you know how a man can hurt inside?
Samantha P. said, funny women aren't dying from the same thing?
Yeah,
Thinking
Liz
face,
on
I
the
have heard of
airplane
tons
was
of
a good one,
incidents we
too.
have died during sex, but I've never heard of it happening to a woman. Woman shrugging,
Oh,
medium
the
light skin tone.
Airplane 1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn thing
Samantha
kicked me,
P.
Doug.
said,
So many books.
men
What kicked you,
asterisk.
outlaw?
Signal.
Find time. You know where to find
I was
me.
just talking away, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, I've been having that same problem.
We will do this together.
Oh,
Let
I'm
me head to
about
the
to
rooms
have
first.
kill
See you
shit.
there.
About ready to let Scruffy next door chew on my phone.
Might fix it, huh?
Insurance
Wow.
will cover it.
You should office space that thing. Outlaw.
It's actually quite invigorating to give it the old Office Space treatment.
Hey, that's another good movie y'all didn't put down.
No.
Hmm.
That's, I think,
Oh,
like,
we're-
it was our 3 favorite movies. So that's,
I have to really
those, and then
rethink
we'll
it.
start adding to the
I gave
list.
it my best shot at my top 3.
Well,
But-
if you want a movie with a good red pill message, The Last American Virgin. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch that. I've never seen it.
You can skip all the way to the end. The last 5 minutes is the most realistic ending to any movie ever made. she goes back with the idiot,
Mhm.
and the nice guy finishes last. Of course,
Yeah.
He sold his stereo, right?
sold his stereo, borrowed money from his boss to pay for her
Abortion. She goes
abortion.
back. Dude.
and then she goes back, to the other guy.
Easy,
And I think he even brought it to like his family's like cabin, so that she could recuperate after.
Oh god.
Oh wow.
That's like a different variation of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
to raise daughters. And I was telling Outlaw and Hemi earlier, I said, I was working tonight. I've heard this cookie cutter story from these girls
Not bad.
more than a
Can the
dozen
next one by myself.
times, and it's always the same story. I got pregnant by a jerk, and I don't like nice guys. It's basically what they've all been saying. And I'm
Well,
like,
no.
The
what
goddamn
the
bacon.
fuck?
Said,
And it's
Well,
the
what
same
what about the
story
ending
on
of The
repeat.
Mist?
They're
Oh, yeah,
all
no, it-
realistic was that?
and doing the same
Asking
exact
for a
thing.
friend.
Tom Likas said it best.
I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but wow.
No, Tom
What
Likas
is
said it
going
best.
on?
They go after the bad boys,
Iridium
and then
Kush.
when the bad boys leave them
Welcome
with
to
broken
my
hearts,
channel.
shattered dreams, and
Iridium
two
Kush
kids that they can't afford,
said,
then Poindexter, the
chaos.
nice guy, is looking pretty good with his 401k, his house, his 401k, his house, his good job. Then Poindexter gets his chance.
Yeah. That when Tom Likas started opening that stuff up, I was like, whoa, okay, now I think I understand.
He was the first guy. He was the first guy who really advocated, and he even went before a couple of congressmen for mandatory DNA testing for all live births in the U.S. and Canada and Australia.
It's not a bad idea, and that could be a thing, but you got to get money to push the policy.
Yeah, and the conservatives and the Democrats won't do that.
Oh no.
No.
No, because they got a market in the abortion market. You know, they
No, but
they added that to the stock market, so they have extra money in it.
It would immediately start ending this false paternity stuff. It would immediately maybe knock someone back in line.
Yeah. I think it's on scale to be one of the worst things to ever happen to Western civilization.
What, feminism or abortion?
No fault divorce.
I think both are horrible.
Yeah,
No
I
fault-
do too.
No fault
Samantha
divorce
P.
is a pretty bad one
said.
too.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Kush. Nice Christmas,
Satan's
PFP.
trifecta.
I heard in Germany
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it
illegal to
really
get a
is.
paternity test.
Hey, what's up,
Straight
Kush?
face.
How you doing, brother?
Go.
Yeah. The Bolsheviks were the ones that really mainstream no fault divorce, though.
But no fault divorce has been around since freaking Babylon and Sumeria.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. I've
that's
only
what did in the
found-
Spartans.
I've only found instances of it during like heavily used like during the Bolshevik Revolution and stuff.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. It happened there too, but it happened back in Greece. Spartans. I mean,
Okay.
that's what did away with their civilization. The woman can just up and divorce her man. It's crazy.
Okay.
I forget who it was. It's not Jordan Peterson, but it's some guy that he has done a few documentaries with. Well, him and Camille Paglia. Every time that in every civilization where women empowerment is pushed, the civilization collapses within 200 years.
Yeah.
And not just collapses epically. Like it's just absolute to the point that there's nothing left of it.
Samantha P. said.
I guess I'm just
I think
doing
no
the
fault
George
divorce
Carlin
should
thing.
stay. I
got
just
my
don't think that
popcorn.
women should be allotted awards for doing it.
Just watching
Financial
it.
support for the
That's
children.
it. I mean,
No.
I can't
You see,
physically
Sam P,
restrain these people.
the whole
so-
reason no fault divorce was brought into here, yes, is to make divorces easier. But the issue was like when the sexual revolution happened, it was still taboo to have sex outside of marriage. So we had a lot of people getting married just so they could fuck, and then the guys realized, oh fuck, I don't like this broad at all, or it was just using her for sex anyways, or he just wanted to get a piece, and then they'd file for divorce.
Samantha P.
What was the dude would?
said.
Yeah.
Want to leave? Dash kick rocks dash take the shirt on
Someone
your back.
that was
pushing out
the
a
main
deuce.
thing.
Is someone pushing out a deuce or something?
I don't know. And that was the big thing, like during like the Bolshevik Revolution. Like it was normal for a dude by the age of 25 to have been married like 4 or 5 times already.
Crazy.
And literally what they would do, they would marry the woman, she would help with the harvest, and then after the harvest was over, they would file for divorce and kick her to the curb. Kids in tow. And that's when they implemented the alimony and child support. And then they brought in abortions because of all of that, because people were still getting pregnant.
I love now when they sit there and say, no one's having enough kids,
Yeah.
but they still want abortion. You can't make this stuff up.
I had this random thought pop up in my head. It's like, you know how in China they had the one-child policy. If it was a girl,
Yeah.
it was aborted.
Yep.
What's not to say for the past like 50,
Yeah.
60 years, we've had these doctors saying perfectly healthy baby boys have something wrong with them, so it's best to
Medicate
abort them. and then lie about the girls being, and then kind of reverse China situation, because there are right now more women in America than men.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well, that's usually a norm though, because of like wars and stuff. I mean, Russia still has, I think it's
Right.
like a 4 or 5 to 1 ratio
Damn, I need
since
to move
World
to
War II,
Russia.
because they lost. I mean, they lost something like 23 million people fighting World War II.
Shit.
They still have not recovered the
Samantha
ratio.
P.
It's something like
said,
40% or
Easy,
42%
they
men
complain
and
about that so that they can push immigration, not because they
58%
want
women.
Americans to have more
It's crazy.
children. Riggs Jr. said,
And China's a big
K5
giant
I was
sausage fest.
medicated to zombie mode
just all
BC.
men.
I didn't still like the girls.
There's not enough women for every man.
Riggs Jr.
holy cow.
said, didn't sit still.
We have a utopian mice society thing going
Primo
on.
Living BC
Yep.
said,
Yep.
men always die early because of working themselves into early
Yeah,
grave for their family.
That's been the norm though. We always work ourselves to death. You wouldn't be a man if you didn't work yourself to death.
Well,
But we're
I've got
supposed
my
to
nights.
do that, protecting it, with the family in tow. That's the only
Samantha
difference.
P. said, not actually.
Oh,
In
when it
nations
does
where
all
there is no
collapse, I'm just
abortion,
gonna
there's
sit back
almost
like
always
Doug
more
said
men than
and enjoy
women.
the show.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, that's all you can do is sit
Mr.
back and watch
Carlin.
the dumpster
He
fire.
was pretty brilliant.
I've got my food. I've got food, water. I got my guns.
There you
Just
go.
gonna sit back and watch.
Oh yeah.
It's
I'm
gonna
glad.
be
Flavor.
glorious.
What's your flavor of popcorn?
I like,
I like white cheddar. I like white
yeah.
cheddar actually.
That is good.
White cheddar
I
goes
like that
really good
too.
on popcorn. Just regular cheddar's not bad either.
Yo, yeah, no, I agree, Chaos, wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
You
Cheddar's
guys not
fantastic.
had the
The nacho
powdered
cheddar.
nacho?
Oh God, yes.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that again, Outlaw?
The powdered nacho cheese
No.
you get at Walmart usually.
The energy from this rift feels.
The ranch
Oh,
stuff
it
isn't
changed.
too bad either.
Oh,
It
this is
changes
not
it.
good.
It does.
Maybe you should handle this.
And I'm like you. I like white cheddar too. I could tear up a whole box of them dang Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
The Cheez-Its for me are a hit or
Riggs
miss.
Jr. said,
I usually eat those
Easy
when
hasn't
I'm
said
ill.
water in a while, lol.
Those white cheddar Cheez-Its, man.
What is the problem?
Samantha
Now those are
P.
good. I don't like the
said,
regular Cheez-It, the
more
original.
boys are born than girls. It only takes one
Something about
generation
'em I
without
just
war to even
can't
out the
stand.
numbers. In Russia they drink, smoke
Yeah,
and do
I
dangerous
like
stuff.
the hot and spicy
Married
ones
men
that
live
they
longer.
got
Yes.
out.
The goddamn
Read
bacon.
Bacon's
said,
comment.
Why does it have to be white cheddar? Hey, did it just get dark in here?
Why does it have to be white cheddar?
Because I think
Hey, dude.
black licorice flavored popcorn would taste like ass.
There is no dark. There is no dark cheddar.
Yeah.
That would be peppered, basically. I guess.
Ew.
Be cautious.
It's just the particular flavor that I see on the when I I like
Samantha
that
P.
popcorn white cheddar.
said,
Mhm.
smart food
That's
is
pretty
fire.
good.
Cheez-It makes a pepper jack flavor is pretty good too.
Ooh. Yeah. Their duos aren't too bad.
Riggs Jr. said, it only seems
grew
like
up with
married
the
men live
popcorn in
longer
the
BC
can.
of the
You
nagging
guys
to
remember
death.
that?
Yeah, with
Time
the-
flies when you are
with
having
the
fun.
cheddar, the plain,
Eric
and the caramel.
Zombrow
Yes.
said,
Yes.
Oh.
that's true, Samantha, they are pushing
Doug,
immigration.
one thing I want to get for
The
Christmas
goddamn
this year is
bacon.
My cheese
said,
and sausage chips
no
that they
dark
do every
cheddar.
year for Christmas.
Ooh.
Challenge accepted XD.
And the cordal, what's it called? Cordal cherry, cordal cherry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What of the others with you?
I can get them.
I do not know.
Dude, definitely
I
get
did
him,
not
man.
see
Whatever
any
you
others
have to
where
do.
I went.
And
Where did
I
you
don't
go?
care if
There was
somebody
a
has to
time
get
when it
hurt.
looked much like this. It was
Samantha P.
vastly different.
said,
Like,
It's
if it's the
actually due
last
to the
box
negging on
the
some level that
shelf.
they live longer.
Hey, that
They
cheddar
nag
is
them
awfully
into eating
campy
healthier,
stuff
they
for
nag them
Christmas,
into
man.
not buying the motorcycle they want, they nag them
feels
into
good.
seeing a doctor, etc. Samantha P.
Dark
said,
cheddar challenge accepted.
Not seems they do.
This is going to be a weird, wild Christmas. I'm going to be starting BNSF and on the 19th, and then I'm assuming we're going to be working on Christmas Eve and day.
Yes, I would assume that since you're the new guy.
Yeah,
I'm working. I'll be
So-
working with you, Doug. So
I'm all good for it.
I'll probably be doing a little bit of work myself.
You have to look. You have to look at it as not a holiday. It's just another day.
Yep.
Just today, yeah.
They all start blending together eventually. I tend to forget how long I've been at the church.
Riggs Jr. said,
Jesus
I'd
is
rather
still
die sooner
king as
than
far
listen
as
to
I'm
Charlie
concerned
Brown's
on
teacher the
every
rest of
day
my
the
life.
week. So,
There
so
you go.
that's the
Well,
way
come
I've
on, Doug.
always. That's the way
Come on, Doug. We have a new religion now. It's confirmed. Global warming is a religion. Climate change is a religion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they think that they're getting one over. They're not getting away with anything. I'm
I
not,
really think they think they're dumb. I really do. Like,
Don't be a social
Primo
leftist,
Living BC.
William.
Said,
Uh,
I am going to buy a truck and camper and go move into the
I'm just gonna
woods.
sit back and watch the
You're-
parade.
Climate
You're
change
better-
people have a
You're better than that. Don't let them lie to you,
anti-human
Doug.
sentiment right now.
Don't let them lie.
It is, it is true. We are better. As a proud misogynist and male chauvinist, or whatever all that stuff means.
I'm gonna
Like,
hold
I
that door
recognize
open
them,
so
but-
hard, it's gonna drive the feminists crazy. That's how much of a chauvinist I am.
Dick Masterson went on freaking Dr. Phil, I think like 12 or 13 years ago, and
Yes.
Poopy, you know what I'm talking about?
Dick
Yes!
Is that
Masterson.
Dick Masterson?
Oh my
Yes,
god.
like his whole like fucking like
Got to do with the
eyeglass,
glasses?
whatever. But he was like, I have no fucks to give at all, and that was
Yeah.
back before like we understood what
The red
fucks
pill
he had
was.
to give,
Yeah.
right?
That was some funny shit.
That was to do with the glasses, right?
Samantha P.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mary
that-
W. Live shorter
Did I
too.
get his name
In
right?
some way
Dick
you are giving your
Dick
life force to
Masterson,
your
right?
husband.
Yeah.
Smiling face with
Who's
hearts,
the guy
it's
that went
beautiful.
on
Second
there?
only to
I don't think men
humongous,
should be
but-
henpecked, but definitely pushed into taking care of themselves.
Love it. He told those chicks in that crowd that he was better than them, and their reaction was just hysterical.
Have y'all seen that guy? Humongous.
Oh, that was
I
that Seattle guy. Yeah, he was
Primo
freaking
Living
cool.
BC
You
Yeah, I mean,
said,
humongous.
I can't deal
Yeah.
with the spineless beta
Heck,
males when
Lobo
I'm at
Jim, we're
work.
better than you,
They are
we
so
know
weak
it.
to puzzle and they'll stab you in
I
THA
mean,
back
Dick
in a
Masterson.
heartbeat.
I mean, Andrew Tate tunneled Dick Masterson's what 80s, 90s vibe or whatever, right? I mean,
Well, what was
And-
the guy that went on Dr. Phil that mocked him, dressed up like him, and he said, "I'm basically doing your job right now."
Oh,
What was that guy?
was that the bum fights guy?
Oh, yeah, what was that guy's name? He dressed up like Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil's like, "Why are you shilling on my show?" or something. He's like,
Was it
"I'm
the-
basically doing what you're
Outlaws impersonations are so good.
I like Bill Burr's imitation and recollection of Dr. Phil. Yeah, again, a fat hillbilly to say obvious shit real slow. Let's give him a ton of money.
Oprah's like, oh, who can I help out in the white community? Oh, Dr. Phil. He comes from like West Virginia, back roots. Like, oh, I will make him to the man that he is.
Primo
today.
Living
To
BC
the
Oprah
simp.
for President
said,
2024.
At Sam P,
Oh,
that
please.
definitely makes sense.
Oprah
I
and
avoid the
Big
doctor
Mama
now that I'm a
Michelle.
free agent.
When I reviewed that tape, I cannot believe what I saw.
Yeah, Bill Burr had him down perfect.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bill Burr's comedy sketch, "You People Are All the Same," that is just one of the best. I mean, apart from like George Carlin, what's the other one? Oh, fuck me.
Sam Kinison.
Sam. Louis and dude, Black dude. Come on, man.
Oh.
Like
Chappelle?
Freemason.
Pryor.
Well,
Richard
Chappelle.
Pryor.
Richard Pryor, thank you. Yeah. Blew up his whole career in a Freemason crack thing. But yeah, no. I mean that well, you know what, and if Patrice O'Neill was alive today, the content that he would have. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Man, Anthony Opie and his whole Black Patrice podcast that he had after that. Man, such good content.
Oh yeah, that guy Tyrus that's on Fox News every once in a while. He's pretty freaking funny.
Dude, yes, yes.
He's funny.
What do
Fucking
you guys think
Greg
of,
Gutfeld kills it every night. Every night. I mean,
Steve Harvey. What do you think about Steve Harvey?
Fucking cuck.
He used to be good.
Yes. Now
He used to be good. Now he just he's
Who's
worth
sold
400. He's
out?
worth 400 millions because he
No,
sold out and did exactly what they wanted.
He
Bingo.
tells a bunch of middle-aged women what they want to hear instead of what they need
Yeah.
to hear.
He acts like the obvious answer on Family Feud is something to, oh God.
I mean,
He makes a
not
spectacle over it.
gonna lie, some of the answers they give.
I mean, he knows what they're gonna
Samantha
say.
P.
Nowadays, yeah,
said,
for sure.
Primo, I don't think it's necessary to be living at
The
the
old
doctor's, but
Family
I do
Feud
think
was
you should take
hilarious
care of
with
your
Richard
health,
Dawson.
and if your body is screaming at you, get it checked out.
That guy wouldn't be
goddamn
allowed
bacon.
on TV.
Said,
Yeah, he
it's
was a
okay.
pervert.
All of
He
us
kissed-
black
Oh, God, yeah.
comedians
He
look
kissed
alike.
a lot
Darkness
of women.
intensifies.
He used to feel him up too. You see, he'd run his hand up and down their back and everything. It was hilarious.
What was that show he was on with Betty White? What was it? Charles Nelson Riley and the other people in there. They had to write their answers down.
Oh yeah, like the Tic
Pass-
Tac
Password.
or
Douglas
Password.
Edwards
Oh God.
said,
Oh, what was that show
nice
called?
to
The
see you,
Match-
Bacon.
No, it wasn't a match.
Douglas
game, was it?
Edwards
I think it was Password.
said,
$100,000
hope all is
bill,
well,
man.
man.
Hey,
Absolute Knowledge
absolute
Seekers
knowledge.
1.
you're thinking of
Welcome
Matlock.
to my channel.
I love that show. That's
Hey, what's
Samantha
up,
P.
AKS? How you doing,
said,
brother?
Haha, Bacon, you
Oh,
look more Mexican
AKS,
than
what's up,
Harambe.
brother?
Hey guys,
Absolute
I got a
Knowledge
ball. I'll
Seekers
see you
1.
tomorrow.
Take it
See
easy,
you
brother.
later.
Sorry, everybody.
Insomnia Gang.
I don't think it was Match Game or what was that game show?
Hollywood Squares.
No.
Oh, that was hilarious too with that dude, that gay guy, Paul Lynn.
Paul
Goddamn
Lynn.
Bacon.
Yes,
Said,
yes.
That guy
at
was
Douglas
freaking
Edwards,
hilarious.
you two
He was like, you know what? And it's like back in the 80s.
Absolute
He's like,
Knowledge
I don't give a
Seekers 1.
shit. I am like
Said,
queerer than a $3
what's up,
bill.
panel and chat?
I don't
Yeah.
care.
The goddamn
Yeah.
Bacon.
Wow.
Said,
Yeah,
He,
I mean,
he wasn't
That's
just, he
Samantha
wasn't
P.
just gay.
Lewell.
He was flaming.
Samantha P.
He
yeah,
was hilarious.
said, Axe 1.
I'm gonna have to
Welcome.
go back and check some of that old Hollywood Squares out. It sounds
Oh.
like
So, he was fun.
shit.
Well, Charles
He was
Nelson Riley
fine.
was too, wasn't he?
Oh, a lot of them were, but no one was even close to Paul Lynn, man.
Someone like Rob Halford,
True.
one of my favorite vocalists in music is gay.
Judas Priest, yeah.
Primo
The
Living
guy from
BC
Brady Bunch was.
said,
Yep.
at Sam P. I eat better than most people. I
Mr.
never eat
Brady.
out. Just healthy
Oh,
stuff
Mr.
and
Really?
exercise.
Yeah.
Still
Really?
don't
I
like
did
the
not know
doctor
that.
though.
Wow.
Now I
Yeah.
heard that the guy from Bewitched was also gay.
Yes.
Oh,
Primo
That
Living
I could,
BC
I could believe.
said,
Yeah.
Perry Mason.
What's up, Axe?
Perry Mason was too.
Nah. Really?
Mm-hmm. Can't think
Mr.
of his.
Belvedere,
Mr.
I don't think was
Belvedere.
gay. If you guys ever want to laugh your ass off at an old SNL sketch, there's one with Chris Farley, Tom Hanks. You can YouTube search it, and it's Mr. Belvedere's Fan Club, SNL, and it's absolutely hilarious. They figure out they're big Mr. Belvedere fans, and so Phil Hartman's on it too. It's really good.
Is it that time already?
Hey, did anyone put Caddyshack on the movie list there?
Nope.
Absolute
Chaos?
Knowledge Seekers 1 said,
Rodney James.
What's up, Primo Living
That was a
BC and the
good
10
one,
others I know in here.
I love that movie.
What's up?
And Caddyshack and
Bill
Meatball.
Murray.
Caddyshack
Absolute
and
Knowledge
Meatball.
Seekers 1
I used to watch it. I used to watch those all the time.
Caddyshack LOL.
I love
Meatballs, yep.
Meatballs. It just doesn't matter. It love some Bill Murray.
I was telling Mr. Hemingway a while ago we should have put the Police Academy movies on there.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have some.
Absolute
this-
Knowledge
Get
Seekers
added to
1
the list. Like I
said,
it's
Kinda like
this
2000.
is
Batman
just
Dark
the
Knight.
start.
Samantha P. said, BC, that's great.
Dude, that guy
I avoid it
Michael
until
Winslow
I
makes
know
some
for sure
noises.
something is wrong.
He's-
Usually
yeah,
I
he's
give it
awesome.
quite a bit of time to allow it to take care of itself. Outside good dental health, if I know then I go.
He's sitting there shaving with his hand. Woo!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Crowd's so funny, man.
It is.
They piss off that big black dude and he flips that police car over on him.
Bubba Smith.
The goddamn bacon
Yeah.
said,
Of
at
course,
Primo Living
Bobcat,
BC you'd be
Gold
surprised
Plate,
just how little you need
know,
medical assistance once
just,
you figured out what
you know,
slash
my
how to
gosh,
eat and
I
keep
mean,
yourself
his
fit.
mannerisms.
Most doctor visits
I
are
couldn't-
from
I
chronic
was real-
and
I was
avoidable
dying
issues.
laughing. Police Academy's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those are good. Gentlemen, I'm gonna jump off and hit the treadmill. Good seeing you guys.
Father,
Have,
yep.
Yeah,
Take it
good
easy,
see you,
easy.
buddy.
Thanks for swinging by.
have a
man.
good night, guys.
You too, man.
You too, man.
It's easy.
Ours is a solemn burden.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters is some good stuff.
Oh man.
Cats
Samantha
and
P.
dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Y'all also have to be super careful because just like a credit report you have a health report. If you ever go to get any type of life insurance they will use it against you in a second. Absolute Knowledge Seekers 1 said,
And you know,
eat,
I didn't
sleep,
realize it at the
diet,
time just
low
how
stress,
I was
hygiene.
a kid when
I
that
don't
stuff
need
was
to see a
coming
doctor
out, when it was
unless I'm
being
really
released.
FD up.
Like,
Eric Zombrow
I think I was
said,
3 or 4 years
later
old
all,
when Ghostbusters
Primo
came
Living
out.
Take it
BC
easy.
said,
Take it easy.
at Bacon we are
easy.
like cars. Good fuel and good maintenance or else.
Yeah, I remember the cartoon.
Absolute Knowledge Seekers 1
Was that on
said,
Saturday morning?
Laters.
Oh,
Samantha P. said,
I don't know.
Bacon, I
We
agree.
did Saturday
I will
morning
exhaust all
cartoons
options
back
before
when I was
going.
a young kid.
Still like I said, if I
And
know
can't
dash I
remember what
go.
was on there, but
Primo Living BC
Who you gonna
said,
call?
good night Eric brother.
Rick Moranis is fantastic in that one too. He's the keymaster. He walks up to the horse and starts talking to it.
This is
He's like, "Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the keymaster."
and then freaky cult stuff happens.
Oh man, how'd y'all not put National Lampoon's Vacation on there?
Yeah, that one's up there too.
Wally World, Dad. Wally World.
European Vacation is good too. Man, it's been so long since
The
I've
goddamn
seen
bacon.
those.
Said.
Yeah.
At Samantha P. Would imagine having a regular physical
They
would
put a
help
point
with that.
ahead, Clark.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Ow.
Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Pretty much
So
all
many
the,
good movies.
Pretty much all the Tom Hanks movies.
Big. I love Big.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Tom Hanks, Castaway probably for me.
That's one of those weird ones because if it's like I don't know actually what's happening in the 2
Absolute
hours
knowledge
and
seekers
25
one.
minutes until
Said.
he goes shipwrecked
Probably
until
sucks
he
to get stuck in the slums of Europe.
returns. So it's
It
kind
would
of
be
like
nice to have a sports car to go
I
through
have
Europe
mixed-
with.
I have mixed thoughts about that one, but it's okay.
Absolute knowledge seekers one.
He took a
Forrest
movie
Gump.
about
Said.
being trapped in
The
an
Mask.
airport. Well, not trapped in an airport, but
Yeah, I saw
you know,
that one
having to
too.
be in an airport, live in an airport, and made it good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Mask. Jim Carrey, he's not really one of my favorites.
He's not a bad actor, but politics, he's a loopy socialist.
Yeah. You kind of have to be out there. I guess it goes with the territory.
Well, most celebrities are commie sympathizers, and they have to be
Yes.
in order to have their movies and shown in their countries.
And yeah, to keep employment.
Yeah, for the most
basically,
part.
yeah.
But
Samantha P.
Like George
said,
Clooney, he is a
No,
cunt.
every little thing they
but
get on you is used
he's
against
got
you.
good movies.
At least
if you
out
like
physicals
George
are
Clooney
just
movies.
how are you feeling?
Oh, brother, where
And a
art thou?
BP reading
He's a
/
commie
weight,
too.
which they can use against you, at Bacon.
As far as I'm concerned, if you're a communist in America, I've got no sympathy. It's like,
No.
I'm gonna smash you. I
Jim
guess I'm
Carrey,
not.
Maybe Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Ace
Dumb and
Ventura
Dumber was
were
good.
That made me feel dumber.
Cable God.
Absolute
Cable
knowledge
Guy
seekers
was
one.
okay.
Said.
Truman Show, dude.
LOL.
Truman
no
Show.
sympathy for left
Yes.
If you want to
Absolute
go
knowledge
back and
seekers
look at
one.
all the
Said.
bullshit, all
Lefty.
the social engineering, all the like the pre-Instagram, Truman Show to me epitomizes where we are today.
It does.
Much like Idiocracy was not a comedy. That was a fucking
That was a-
documentary.
Yeah, that's a
I have
prediction
to
of our
watch that
future.
now because I've never seen it pooping.
Oh, dude.
Really?
Watch it.
Yeah, I've never seen Idiocracy. I'm gonna check that
I'll have
out.
to fix that. I found a free version to watch online. I'll see if I can find it again and send it to you.
Thank you, Chaos.
Yeah, no, but like Truman Show, I mean, sure, there were so many
Samantha P.
nuances and
Said.
I mean, much like
My
the Matrix,
primary physician is an
which has been
all-natural
picked
first
apart,
DR anyhow. But I
Paul
only
Elam
go
did
if
a
it's an
great
emergency.
expose
I'm not
of
spending
American
$2,300
Beauty
every
and
30 days
Lester,
for private health
and
insurance for us too.
unfortunately,
Littering
it
bin
got
sign
taken
oh he'll not
down
musical
by
notes.
fucking Susan and her ilk. But dude, Truman Show, that we like literally you have to look at yourself and go, are you not part of the fucking Truman Show? If you're engaged in social media and TikTok and you know, social status, whatever, you're part of the Truman Show.
Oh, Idiocracy's got
Samantha
Luke
P.
Wilson. Okay.
said, I'd rather move
That's
into a
cool.
huge house for that
Yeah.
price and die in my mansion.
Yeah.
Grinning face with sweat.
Right.
Luke Wilson.
Right foot.
I will definitely check that one out
It's
because I've
got
heard
him
you guys.
and what was that one broad's name? I can't
The
remember.
goddamn
her name.
bacon.
Isn't it?
I
Said,
think so.
at Samantha P.
I could be
Surprised
wrong, but I
face.
think that's true.
Everybody loves the Trans Am. Off that 70s show.
Oh yes, that's one of my favorite comedies.
I love the Trans Am. Everybody does.
Oh, that's right. That's him. Yeah.
Mhm.
He's going out with Donna Pinciotti in it. Yeah, I binged watched several of those. Seinfeld is one of them. I've seen every episode probably 100 times. Well, not that many times. 70s show. I've seen that one a handful of times. Love it.
They're fixing to reboot that too.
Oh no.
With Red Foreman?
Yep, that 90s show.
Oh man, they're probably gonna take a big shit on it, aren't they?
I wouldn't doubt it. So far, Kitty and Red are the only confirmed. You don't even know if the original cast is going to be in it or not. Then they're redoing A Christmas Story.
I know. I don't. Yeah. And
I heard
Ralph
about
is
that.
gonna be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Samantha P.
I would say shit show
said,
for that. Yeah.
BTW, you
Yeah.
still have to cover 7K of a
already
large
on it.
visit and it only covers
you really
basic
can't beat
visits.
the original.
No specialist,
awesome.
so I'd need to pay out of pocket
shoot
for
your
big
eye
stuff
out, kid.
anyway. Woman face palming medium light
I
skin
love when
tone.
they go to the Chinese. I think it's a Chinese restaurant because the turkey has been eaten by the Bombus hounds. And his dad is he's like, my dad operates in cussing. It's strange tongues. I love that movie. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's just like whoever's narrating it's hilarious too.
Drink your Ovaltine.
I suddenly realized I was not about to be destroyed. After he'd beat up the bully.
Yeah, he put an ass whooping on that kid, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was weeping and wailing.
She calls that kid's mom. She's like,
Schwartz. I heard it from Schwartz.
no, Mom, no, I didn't say it, no.
Even though he was like my own father operates in cursing like a second language, and there he hears every other word as the F-bomb from his own dad. So he ratted out his buddy, got him an ass whooping.
Well, you know what's really cool is that house still is standing, and they've made a museum into it.
I've heard of that. I've even heard you can sleep in it if you want to like pay a fee. You can like spend the night at the Christmas Story house.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That one probably should have been in my top 3, actually, now that I That's what reconsider it, but A Christmas Story. It's all
Christmas movies, man, you gotta have the two Home Alones and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation
yes.
and The Christmas Story.
I'm trying to think of the one way back in the day with and gosh, I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think about it. Oh, it's one of the most famous Christmas movies, I think. God, I can't think of it. Not Miracle on 34th Street.
The goddamn bacon.
But,
said.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Die
yes,
Hard.
that's
Christmas
it.
movie
That's
or
it.
not. Asking for a friend.
I've heard many people say that is a Christmas movie, Bacon. I don't know. I would say, yeah, probably.
Die Hard. Yeah, I guess I need a little more information about that. I guess I get it.
I've heard many people say it was.
Just use your staff on the shards instead.
But
I definitely see where Home Alone is. Definitely.
oh yeah. To me, only the first two count.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, how you gonna replace Macaulay Culkin, man? Come on.
Damn, the slippery bandits. they leave. They leave the faucets on every house they rob.
We're knocking over Duncan's toy chest.
And then when they get arrested, the cops were like, "Yeah, we knew. I mean, you kept leaving the water. We knew exactly where you were going."
That woman throws bird seed all over him, and like them birds peck him to death.
Yeah. The old man, in the first one, one of my favorite Seinfeld episodes is where George Costanza, Jason Alexander, he's watching Home Alone at Jerry's apartment. And Jerry walks in and finds him crying because the old man got to him. And it's like, yeah, he actually really kind of did. You know, I didn't think about that. Like, that old man in Home Alone, like, kind of cut your heartstring a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are some good movies. Damn, I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, me too. I'm about to cut out of here, guys.
Getting there.
Thanks for hanging out tonight, Chaos.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Pooping while standing. Good to see you again, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir, brother. So I've been jamming out to my own tunes in the background here.
Nice.
Yes.
I
It's
still
fun,
have
Jim.
you. Well, I just been
Riggs
busy off
Jr.
my ass, but
said.
yeah.
Fuck, I'm
Dude,
tired.
it's been nice
I
talking
think
to
I'm
you,
gonna
man.
go to bed after I
I'm
label this
still
two
up here
packages.
fixing to start the BNSF railroad. I just had a delay and had to push my start date a month behind. I mean,
Yep. Hey, Doug, for the reason that you did it, good for you, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
life's about to get better.
Well, you could always make that money up. You can't not make that time up. So, good for you.
I know. It's awesome. I guess it's it's awesome.
Well, all right, gents. I am out. I'm going to sleep. Yeah,
See you,
take
brother.
it easy.
See you, Chaos.
Samantha
See,
P.
see you
Take it
pooping
easy,
while
said.
standing.
Take it
Whoa, the moon
See you,
is crazy
gents.
bright RN and Mars
See you
is
later,
directly
guys.
underneath.
See you, Outlaw. Nice hanging out, man.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Hmm. Do you hear
The goddamn
this?
bacon,
I'm out.
said. At Samantha PG, thanks for rubbing it in. Saw it was supposed to be a hell of a celestial night and all we have here is total cloud cover. Sad face.
I'll have to go out and take a look after I'm done with the stream. Now this glowy thing over here has got me curious. So now I want to kill
Samantha
these guys even faster.
said. I just saw a shooting star too. I never see those. I'm going to get my telescope. Uranus is out close by the moon as well. It's so bright it's leaving shadows everywhere. Bacon smiling face with hard eyes.
Uranus is mooning everything. Alright, now I need to yank some crystals. Well, looks like we're having issues
The goddamn
again.
bacon said. At Samantha P, you have fun with that. Crying face.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this later. Game's bugging out. Keeps blaming Healbot. So that is not good. So we will fly up here. Maybe not. Wherever it was I started. Here.
Time is money, friend.
And they are not
Mind
letting
your
me talk
business,
to him.
will ya?
That's great. Can't seem to do bad.
Riggs Jr. said. Right, my eBay stuff's done, I'm off to bed. I gotta
Yeah.
get these things sent out before work.
I'm doing this stuff, yo.
My no square.
Shit. Yeah. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody in the chat and everybody that swung through. Absolute Knowledge Seeker, Iridium Kush, Goddamn Bacon, Eric Zombrow, Sam P, Douglas Edwards, Primo Living BC, Pooping While Standing, Riggs Jr., Crystal Kitten, Outlaw. Thanks for hanging out and swinging through. Shout out to those that are still subscribed. Your support's been greatly appreciated. Thank you to those who just recently subscribed. Hope you stick around for the long run. I'll be back again tomorrow with some, I'll figure it out. I haven't fully decided. There's a couple choices there. Anyways, until then, you have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, afternoon, and I'll see you next time. I'm out this bitch. Peace!
Don't touch me there.
The goddamn bacon said. At Riggs Jr. Cheers.
Tried, and I've tried even more. I've cried, and I can't recall what for. I pressed, I pushed, I've yelled, I begged in hopes of some success. But the inevitable fact is that it never will impress. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have runneth dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy.
Riggs Jr. said. Later bacon. Keep the darkness intense, good sir.
And I'm now in fucking debt. I strive to get everything done. I've played by all the rules, but I've very rarely won. I've smiled, I've charmed, I've wooed and laughed, alas to no avail. I've run round like a moron to unequivocally fail. I've no more fucks to give. My fuck
the goddamn bacon said. I actually found and follow the guy that does this song thanks to you.
My fuck rations are depleted. I've rallied my fuck army, but it's been fucking defeated. The effort has just not been worth the time or the expense. I've exhausted all my energy for
KS4U728 said. He does put out some pretty good music. Samantha P said. I sent you the best photo I can get through the Lena Bacon.
Have flown away. My fucks are now so fucked off they refuse to fucking stay. I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have gone insane. They've come back round and passed me while they're fucking off again. I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have all dissolved. I plan many projects, but my fucks won't be involved.
KS4U728 said. Thomas Benjamin Wild ESQ, you got these.